Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. National Ocean. I have Taobao from all walks of life. Chapter 1. When you see this message, prepare all survival supplies. All the land on the earth is about to sink and the land will be submerged by the sea. Everyone will get an upgradable boat, collect supplies from the sea, upgrade your boat, and survive this upcoming catastrophe. One day later, on the endless sea, a small boat is swaying in the violent storm, and may be swallowed by the huge waves in front of it at any time. Behind the boat, a shark followed closely, staring directly at the boat, as if it was about to attack at any time. The man sitting on the boat was looking at the sea in front of him with a blank expression. His name is Wang Yi, and he was just an ordinary college student a day ago. If it hadn't been for the catastrophe that happened yesterday, he might still be eating in school and waiting to die. Wang Yi grabbed his hair and couldn't help shouting, this all happened so suddenly. Just now, he lost his hook, being followed by a sea beast mutated shark. The hook is provided by the system and can be used to hook materials on the sea. There are wooden crates, lumber, and other materials on the sea that can be used to upgrade the boat. And now he is very unlucky, being targeted by a mutated shark at the beginning. The shark follows Wang Yi all the way and attacks Wang Yi's boat every once in a while. Look, here it comes again. I saw the shark at the stern of the boat suddenly hitting the hull with the spike on its head. The boat shook violently, and a small hole was made in the bottom of the boat by the shark's spikes. He could only pick up a repair hammer and the few remaining wood to repair the bottom of the ship. Raise the hammer and hit the wooden board. The wooden board will magically be integrated into the hull and repair itself. But Wang Yi was already numb to the magical scene in front of him. There are 11 boards left. When the planks run out and the ship sinks, he will be buried in the belly of the fish. No miracle happened, he just waited for death. Wang Yi said frustratedly, Brother Shark, I will give you everything I have. You can go find someone else to cause trouble. Really, there are so many people on the sea, why did you choose me? Looking at the gold necklace around his neck, he really wanted to spend money to save his life if he could. Do you really want to spend money to save your life? A voice suddenly sounded. Wang Yi suddenly became energetic. Is this a system? It doesn't matter how much you spend, I will give you all my money, help me. Congratulations on obtaining the only qualification for the Earth Beta version. Bind to the Wanji Taobao system and you become a member of our Wanji Taobao. Please open your mobile phone to purchase products. What? Wang Yi was stunned for a moment, then suddenly became excited. The only qualification. He now not only has a ship system, but is also bound to the Taobao system of all realms that no one else has. He excitedly picked up his phone and took a look. There is an additional software, Wanji Taobao, in the mobile phone. Wanji Taobao. You can open it with your mobile phone, or you can summon a virtual screen, a safe transaction software that will never be lost. Good guy, even if you lose your phone, the system is still there. Quickly click on Wanji Taobao. Wang Yi turned around and looked at the shark fiercely. As long as I buy something, I will kill it as soon as possible. Welcome to Wanji Taobao. You can exchange the precious metals you carry with you into gold coins. User instructions. Gold coins from all realms. 15 grams is 1 gold coin. Silver coin of all realms. 1 gold coin is equal to 100 silver coins. Wang Yi excitedly took off the gold necklace around his neck. System. Determine how many gold coins can be exchanged for. Wanji Taobao Customer Service. Dear, after identification, your necklace is about 30 grams, which can be exchanged for 2 Wanji gold coins. I saw 10,000 realms gold coins, 2 appear on my account. Wang Yi rubbed his hands together excitedly. Miss Customer Service, I want to buy something for self-protection. Do you have any recommendations? Wanji Customer Service. Dear, I recommend you to buy slave thugs or mercenaries. Go and search for them. Mercenary. In this crisis-ridden environment, it would be really good if you could buy some people from Wanji Taobao to protect yourself. Wang Yi has never considered buying a few guns or weapons for backup. But now there is no gold at all in the vast sea. If you want to buy a gun, you will have no money to buy it if you run out of bullets. In this case, it's better to hire an expert first. Click on the store to enter the Mercenary Guild. Bronze level. Human Warrior Mercenary, 10 people, 1 gold coin per year. After taking a quick look, the bronze level ones were just average. Moreover, large numbers of people cost food, so Wang Yi doesn't have much to eat on board. 10 people crammed into this small boat were too beautiful to imagine. Look at the other levels. Silver level. Human magician, 1 person, 1 gold coin per month. Silver level. Elf female archer, 1 person, 1 gold coin per month. Oh, elf female archer. It's her. Click on her profile. Elven archer. Name: Sophia Platinum. Gender: female. Mercenary level: silver. As for why I chose a woman, Wang Yi felt that his boat was already small enough, and it would be a bit awkward to have a big man squeeze in with him. Wouldn't it be nice to choose a female elf archer as a bodyguard? Successfully ordered. The merchant has received the order and will ship it soon. System: congratulations on your first purchase. The system will give you a gift pack of 10,000 realms languages. You will be able to understand the languages of almost all races. Unexpectedly, they bought one and got one free. Afraid that Wang Yi could not understand Elvish, the system also sent a translation gift package. After Wang Yi paid 1 gold coin, after a while, the portal suddenly appeared in front of him, and a female elf with blonde hair and blue eyes carrying a bow and arrow appeared in front of Wang Yi. The female elf is wearing a white dress, has a petite figure of 1.6 meters, and has a beautiful face. When she appeared, a delicious aroma hit my face. Unexpectedly, I hired this elf girl for just 1 gold coin. Although it's only a month. The elf girl clenched her fist with one hand and put it on her chest. Hello, employer, Sophia, elf archer, 45,000 combat power, 3rd level strength, silver level mercenary. During this period, I will ensure your safety. Tisk tisk tisk. This temperament, although petite and cute, is full of energy, and this voice is full of confidence. Good. Commit for me. Reinforcements were finally brought in, but Wang Yi was not polite to the mutated shark that had been chasing him all the way. He refers to the mutated shark chasing the boat. Don't worry, leave it to me. The elf girl in front of her drew her bow and shot an arrow. A green energy condensed in her hand, forming a magic arrow. The elf girl shoots an arrow at the shark. The mutant shark was stunned by the sudden blow, let out a weird scream, turned around and ran away. Employer, the enemy has been repulsed by me, you are safe. After repelling the mutated shark, the elf girl looked around curiously. Employer, when will we dock? Why is there sea all around? Hearing this, Wang Yi shrugged. To the shore. To the shore is impossible. My world has been flooded by sea water, it is all the sea. The elf girl's eyes widened with disbelief on her face. She had never heard of the entire world being submerged in water. Have the people in this world offended any gods? To have suffered such a horrific disaster. Then, employer, what will we eat in the future? No land means no food. And she is a female elf, does she want to sleep on this small boat with Wang Yi? No. Wang Yi touched his chin and thought deeply, what to eat? Did you see that shark just now? That is our dinner tonight. The elf girl was speechless for a moment. This is the first time since she became a mercenary that she has received such a strange client. She was not provided with food and shelter, and she was asked to hunt for food. But, I can only endure it. The elf girl thought to herself, just get through this month and leave. This endless ocean world is where ghosts stay. She could only bite the bullet and agree. Don't worry, employer, the arrow I just shot was a tracking arrow, and it has been marked on it. The elf girl closed her eyes and sensed, that shark is in the northeast. Chase. Wang Yi turned the oars and started rowing desperately to chase the shark. Wang Yi was also angry when he was chased by the shark for a whole day at the beginning. The other survivors were already fishing for supplies from the sea. How could he endure being chased by a shark for a day? Saw it. The elf girl drew her bow fully and aimed it at the mutant shark's head. One hit kill. An arrow shot to the head, and the shark rolled his eyes and died. When Wang Yi paddled to catch up, he saw the light spots on the shark. So, a trace of white soul floated over, and a system prompt sounded in Wang Yi's mind. You absorbed the soul of the mutated shark and increased your combat power by 200. You picked up the hook. You picked up the shark sword. A blue dagger appeared out of thin air in Wang Yi's hand. and the hook that was bitten away by the shark before was returned to his hand. Unexpectedly, after killing this mutant shark, I even gained 200 combat power and a sword. A force surged into Wang Yi's body. Comfortable. Hiring an elf archer is just comfortable. The shark's body did not sink after death. Wang Yi swung his hook and threw it out, pulling the shark's body over. I saw that the originally complete shark turned into 6 pieces of shark meat out of thin air. You obtained mutated shark meat X6. This shark meat looks very fat at first glance and is absolutely delicious. The elf girl next to her was a little unable to understand this scene. She also couldn't understand why Wang Yi was so happy. Their world has been destroyed, leaving only the endless sea and no hope of survival. I thought of this out of good intentions. The elf girl couldn't help but say, "Employer, Sophia has a suggestion. You can spend 1 gold coin to immigrate to my world, and I can find you a job there." Wang Yi, who was holding the treasure, grinned, "No. Your world is all sea water, what's so good about it? This boat is so small, how can you live there?" The elf girl was so angry at Wang Yi, this place. But Wang Yi picked up the hook and started throwing it at the drifting wooden board next to it. The elf girl looked on stupidly, unable to understand Wang Yi's behavior. "Employer, what are you using these boards for? Watch." Wang Yi raised the corner of his mouth, put the 10 wooden boards together, picked up the hammer and struck the ship. I saw that the 5-meter boat became 6 meters long. It stretched 1 meter out of thin air. The elf girl looked at it dumbfounded. What kind of magical skill is this? "See, as long as I keep collecting materials, I can make this ship bigger." Wang Yi looked at the elf girl triumphantly, and she was calmed down by him. The elf girl nodded repeatedly and asked excitedly, "It's so amazing. How did you do it? Who knew that this guy would smile and say nothing? This is something that comes with the ship system, and all the survivors on the earth will do it." I saw Wang Yi handing the hook to the elf girl. "Take it." Well, what next? The elf girl was full of expectations. "You go hook up the ingredients for me, and I'll cook." Puff. The elf girl didn't know what to say anymore. She is a mercenary. They are mercenaries responsible for fighting. When I arrived at Wang Yi, how did I become a brick-moving worker? "Employer, I am an elf archer responsible for fighting, not a slave who works for you." The elf girl righteously rejected Wang Yi's proposal. But Wang Yi said calmly, "You have to think about it, either work to increase the space for upgrading the ship, or you can only sleep together with me tonight." Upon hearing this, the elf girl immediately changed her mind. "I'll do it. Let the female elf help you retrieve the materials from the sea." He took up tools and made furniture. These tools are given by the system to all survivors around the world. It can be simply understood as a tool bench in sandbox games, such as Minecraft and Hall of Valor. Place the wood on the tool bench. Wang Yi said silently. A piece of wood and a stone make a bonfire. The material begins to change on the workbench, eventually turning into a small square. You have to be careful about catching fire when cooking on a wooden boat, so Wang Yi continued to synthesize. Bonfire block plus stone synthesis obtain. Small stone stove block. Place a stone stove so you can cook on the boat. Put the freshly killed shark meat on top. I have no choice but to deal with this now. Everyone says that shark meat is unpalatable, but when the mutated shark meat is roasted, it actually has a special aroma. Wang Yi took a bite and the mutated shark meat melted in his mouth like snowflakes. Tasty. It's comfortable. This should be considered the only source of meat at the moment. Once you get the materials to make a fishing net, you should be able to cast the net to catch fish. As for water sources, you can fish for mineral water bottles floating on the sea. Currently, I rely on hunting for food and drinking from mineral water bottles. It's just that this small boat makes Wang Yi feel insecure. You have to get more materials and better materials to strengthen your boat. As for the mutant shark I just killed, I absorbed its soul to gain 200 combat power. Wang Yi took a look. An ordinary person has about 100 combat power, and 100 is the standard for normal people. Soldiers and athletes may have higher rates. Open the phone to view the properties. Drifting Survivor. Wang Yi. Level. First level. Combat power. 300. Occupation. None. Obviously, if you want to survive in the endless sea, you must not only upgrade your wooden boat, but also improve your combat power. Fortunately, I have one more Wanji Taobao system than others. This is only the first day, and he already has a bodyguard with level 3 strength. Just this gold coin. How is he going to make money? Only when you make money can you buy on Wanji Taobao. After glancing at the elf girl on the bow who was fishing for materials with her hook, Wang Yi stood up. At this time, Sophia looked depressed. She was a mercenary here to gain experience. Who would have thought that she would be sent to this ocean world and have to squeeze into a small boat with her employer? It's so embarrassing for this man and woman to live on this boat. Just when Sophia was complaining in her heart, Wang Yi came over and patted her on the shoulder. You rest first and eat some meat while I'm fishing. Sophia, who was still complaining, was stunned for a moment. She thought Wang Yi would be like Joe Poppy, draining her value at the very least. Unexpectedly, this employer was not as bad as she thought. Thanks. Walking into the houseboat, she found that Wang Yi had cut several pieces of shark meat for him. The elf girl thought it was ordinary food at first, so she picked it up and took a bite. It melts in your mouth, and the fish flavor mixed with oil explodes in your mouth. The elf girl suddenly opened her eyes wide. Employer, this is too delicious. Wang Yi, who was standing on the bow of the boat fishing for wood, raised the corners of his mouth. Of course. If this thing is sold on Wanji Taobao, it will definitely be a hot seller. The speaker has no intention, the listener has intention. Wang Yi suddenly became energetic. This thing can be sold. The elf girl eating fish was stunned for a moment. Yeah, it's delicious, someone should buy it. Really, this shark meat is very fragrant, the meat is very tender and not too raw, and the aroma and texture are amazing when you take one bite. With the attitude of giving it a try, he put the remaining 5 pieces of shark meat on the Wanji Taobao store. Snowflake shark meat, rare fish meat from the deep sea. Available for a limited time, limited opportunities. Try it at a low price. He wrote a lot, and he majored in advertising in college. Don't worry about whether it's true or not, first you have to brag. People from this other world have never seen this mutated shark, right? If you want something to sell well, you must first package it. As for the price, this piece of mutated shark meat is equivalent to 10 kilograms, and he cuts it into 2 and sells it. He divided the 5 pieces of shark meat into 10 portions, each weighing 5 pounds. As for the price, he checked other fish and meat on Wanji Taobao, and they were about the same price. He will test the waters first, and if the sales are good, he will increase the price. If it doesn't sell well, lower the price. It also depends on the buyer's feedback. 10 silver coins for 5 pounds, set the price first, limit 1 purchase per person, and put it on the shelves. Then I saw a space door open, sucking away 10 pieces of fish on Wang Yi's table. Congratulations on successfully listing your first product. Please name your Wanji Taobao store. Store name, Wang Yi thought for a moment. Named, Heartwarming Little Seller. Come on, set store name successfully. This is your first time to put products on the shelves. The system will increase your exposure. Ding dong, Longhushan veteran. Boss, the name of your fish is very special, and it sounds so good. Is it delicious? Food connoisseur. Come here, if it doesn't taste good, give it a bad review. As expected of the system being exposed, many people came to ask about it. Wang Yi picked up the phone to reply, copying and forwarding the same message. Heartwarming little seller. Dear, if it's not delicious, can I give it to you for free? Food connoisseur. What a big tone. Shark meat is very fishy and unpalatable. I want to try it, you snowflake shark meat. Because there are only 10 servings and the quantity is too small, there is a systematic exposure and coordination. This extremely mutated shark meat was swept away in one fell swoop. Ding dong. Your product, snowflake shark meat, has been sold out. Please restock in time. Each portion is 10 silver coins, and these 10 portions are equal to 1 gold coin. Although this gold coin is small, there are quite a lot of things that Wang Yi can buy at present. 1 silver coin can buy a ration, and 1 gold coin can buy 100 meals. In the era of global ocean drifting, food and water are very precious and can only be obtained by fishing. It's like eating 1 meal without finishing it. Sometimes I'm unlucky and I can't get anything to eat or drink at sea for half a day. Other survivors are still desperately looking for food on the sea. His 2 gold coins are enough to feed him for several months. With food in hand, don't panic. Ding dong, you have received your first positive review. Longhushan old Taoist. My dear friend, you will not deceive me. This deep-sea shark meat is indeed delicious. I didn't expect that shark meat not only has no fishy smell, but is also so fragrant. Good reviews, definitely give good reviews. Congratulations on getting your first positive review. If you accumulate 10 points, you can be upgraded to a 2-star store. The higher the level of Wanji Taobao store, the exposure will increase accordingly, and corresponding rewards will be obtained. Please continue to work hard, warm-hearted little seller. Exposure is very important, and there are benefits for higher levels, which makes Wang Yi look forward to it. Ding dong, you have received great reviews from food connoisseurs. Food connoisseur, this is the first time I have tasted such delicious shark meat in many years of working in the industry. Even compared to other fish, such as yellowfin tuna or deep-sea sardines from the magic world, the comparison is not inferior. Although there are some flaws, the price is very conscientious, with a score of 8.6. Messages from other buyers. The supreme good is like water. Wow. Be a food connoisseur. Border Town Guardian. She is notoriously cunning and cannot tolerate any flaws. This connoisseur actually gave this shark meat a high score. Isn't he just reaping the benefits? Meat-loving cat. Impossible. She has never paid a penny for advertising fees. I buy from her every time without any trouble. All delicious. This food connoisseur seems to have a great reputation. After evaluating Wang Yi's shark meat, she gave it a high score of 8.6. Don't look at the low score of 8.6, but it's a food connoisseur's favorite. It's already a high score. For a time, Wang Yi's private message was followed by hundreds of people asking questions. When will the stock be replenished? Boss, are you still in business? I read this review from Food Connoisseur, why is it out of stock? Wang Yi became excited, and the first order became a hit. Food connoisseurs are equivalent to internet celebrities, which directly make his store's business boom. But it's out of stock. You have to find a way to hunt mutant sharks and sell the fish meat in exchange for money. Thinking of this, Wang Yi immediately responded in unison. Warm-hearted little seller. Dear friends, please be patient. Please join the group first, we are stepping up replenishment, and buyers can pre-order in advance. Limit 1 purchase per person, first come first served. Warm-hearted little seller. Our fish is caught and slaughtered immediately. Our fishing boat is fishing overnight. Dear customers, please place a pre-order order. Open for pre-order. Wang Yi wants to see how many people want to buy it. Number of pre-orders, 126. Number of pre-orders, 235. Number of pre-orders, 423. Still rising. Many people joined the group. Let me go. This gourmet connoisseur is definitely an internet celebrity on Taobao from all over the world. This wave of people coming here want to buy shark meat. But in the vast ocean, where could he find so many sharks? Finally, the store became popular, so I had to look for sharks all night long. Just when Wang Yi looked around, thinking about looking for sharks. Just when I was about to sleep, someone gave me a pillow. Just after 0 o'clock. Congratulations to all the rafting survivors, you successfully survived the first day. The voice came from the sky. It's past 0 o'clock now, and the next day begins. A swarm of mutant sharks may appear in the sea. There will also be a large number of drifting treasure chests near the fish schools, which is a crisis but also an opportunity. In addition, as time goes by, more and more powerful sea monsters will appear in the sea. Please strengthen your ship and survive in this drifting. Mutated sharks, swarm. For many rafting survivors, this is a nightmare. And for Wang Yi, get rich. At this time, the elf girl who was eating grilled fish suddenly stood up. Employer. I can sense the distance. There are a large number of sharks emerging from the sea in the distance. As expected of an elf girl, she can actually sense things hundreds of meters away. Wang Yi grinned. It's up to you. The elf girl pouted. Employer, my mission is to protect your safety. I am responsible for your personal safety, not to help you fish. Really, the mercenary contract made it clear. Mercenaries are responsible for protecting their employers. If you want to send them out to fight, you need to pay more. After all, bodyguards have never heard of bodyguards going to do farm work. Seeing that the elf girl was unwilling, Wang Yi said righteously, Sophia, didn't you say that your purpose of becoming a mercenary was to train yourself and improve your strength? Well, that's it, the elf girl said for a moment. I'll write you a sentence later. Under the siege of dozens of mutated sharks, I saved my employer's life. Think about it, how important is this to your future ratings? This Wang Yi, Joe Poppy is just Joe Poppy, but he wants the elf girl to do 2 jobs for 1 price. Such a proper capitalist face. But the elf girl was stunned for a moment. The elf girl thinks about it too. Didn't she become a mercenary just to train herself? Just kill some sharks, it's a piece of cake. All right. Then let's charge. Wang Yi was rowing the boat, and the elf girl stood on the bow, rushing towards the direction where the sharks were. Just as he was rowing in the direction where the sharks were facing us, dozens of lights appeared on the dark sea, like stars on the sea in the dark night. It's other rafting survivors. When the other party saw Wang Yi's boat in front of them, they waved their hands desperately. Run! Run! The mutated shark is chasing us, run! They are apparently being chased by mutant sharks. Seeing Wang Yi's boat approaching them, they shouted at the top of their lungs, turn around and run. That's a swarm of mutant sharks. There is no land, and everyone only has a small boat. Once the mutant shark targets it, it will be miserable and it will be difficult to get rid of it. But Wang Yi refused to listen and actually passed through dozens of boats. Crazy. This kid is crazy. The leader glanced at Wang Yi who passed them by. Hello. Wang Yi ignored them and continued rowing. On the bow. The elf girl raised the bow in her hand and pointed it at the sky. Magic arrow rain, let go. An arrow shot into the sky, followed by a dense rain of magic arrows. The pursuing mutant shark was stunned by the sudden blow. Sophia, an elf archer, has level 3 strength. These mutated sharks are only at the 1st level. Covered by a hail of arrows, 24 of the 28 mutated sharks died on the spot. The remaining 4 mutated sharks saw that the situation was not good and immediately turned around. Wang Yi immediately shouted, Miss Sophia, it's time to test your technical strength. The 4 sharks ran away separately, can you hit them? Sophia smiled disdainfully. Tisk, that's it. She drew her bow to condense green magic arrows, and whispered, split tracking arrow. An arrow shot out and split into 4, easily killing the 4 escaping mutant sharks. 28 heads, not 1 missing. Grass. Make money with blood. Wang Yi smiled secretly, what he just did was to provoke the general. He found that this elf had a strong self-esteem. As long as he questioned her, she would be eager to show Wang Yi her abilities. She is really an elf girl who has just come out to experience, is simple-minded and easy to deceive. So deceptive, hehehehe. The profiteer couldn't help but chuckle inwardly. However, Wang Yi did not forget that there was someone next to him. Like a miser, he quickly hooked all the sharks he killed. This is all his. The souls above are all experiences. You absorbed the soul power of 28 mutated sharks, gained 5,600 combat power points, and your combat power exceeded 1,000, breaking through the 2nd level. You can choose a career. A powerful force surged into his body, and Wang Yi felt high from beginning to end, deep in his soul. Is this the feeling of absorbing soul power and converting it into strength? It's so refreshing. My combat power suddenly increased from 300 to 5,900 points, which was simply cheating. Now he can defeat dozens of ordinary adults with his bare hands. You can also choose a career, but now all Wang Yi focuses on making money. And he discovered that although the elf girl killed these sharks, she could not absorb the soul power. It should be that she is not a drifting survivor and cannot absorb these monsters on the earth. But I have to say that the elf girl he hired for 1 gold coin in the early stage was really exciting. At the same time, each of these 28 sharks was turned into 6 pieces of shark meat. Each piece of fish weighs 10 pounds and can be divided into 336 portions and sold directly. Dozens of gold coins were deposited into the account. Cool. Wang Yi quickly made a storage box according to the information in the survival manual given by the system. Considering there is so much fish and meat, there is definitely no way to stuff it all on the boat. The small boat cannot carry more than a ton of fish. It's time to make storage boxes. 9 wooden boards. Synthesis. Storage box. The storage box is synthesized and placed in the corner of the boathouse. First-class wooden storage box. There is small space magic inside, which can accommodate items larger than itself. Number of grids. 8 grids. Wang Yi put the fish meat caught from the sea in and took a look. The fish meat in his hand was absorbed into the wooden box in front of him, and a virtual screen displayed it. Mutated fish meat X1. He now has 5,900 combat power and is extremely powerful. It feels easy to move hundreds of kilograms of fish together. Wang Yi discovered that although the wooden box only has 8 compartments, each compartment can hold 99 identical items. 168 pieces of shark meat are put into it, occupying only 2 spaces. Go ahead, this is so cool. While Wang Yi was immersed in the fun of studying the system, he didn't know that the elf girl was watching all this with a look of astonishment. You can also make space storage boxes. By the way, I feel that your strength has suddenly increased a lot. The elf girl in front of her couldn't understand all this and was deeply shocked. When I first met Wang Yi, his strength was just that of an ordinary person. But now, he has 5,900 combat power, breaking through the second level of strength. This is a bit. The elf girl couldn't help but ask, "Can you teach me your cultivation method? Please." Wang Yi, who was immersed in the joy of harvest, was stunned for a moment. He looked back at the elf girl with a strange smile. "You want to learn? Please beg me." The elf girl pouted. She knew that her employer would not tell her the training methods easily. After Wang Yi collected the shark meat, he also obtained 28 shark swords. Speaking of breaking through to the second level, the system can also choose a profession. Congratulations, Drifter, you have broken through the second level and can choose a profession. Mage, cultivation, chi practitioner, swordsman, archer, assassin, ninja, samurai, knight, Hercules, useless person. Each profession will increase with its combat power. You cannot regret it after choosing a career. Please choose carefully. Choose a profession and you will automatically gain a full set of skill training, but if you choose a useless person, there will be no skill compensation. Wang Yi was stunned for a moment. Is this useless person here to make fun of you? But when Wang Yi saw the introduction of the useless person, he was shocked. Useless man. The system will not give any skills. The skill book can only be obtained by salvaging treasure chests. However, he can use the skills of all professions. He can convert combat power into spiritual power, mana, and mana into fighting spirit. Can transform fighting spirit into magic. This profession. The word, useless, among useless people, means that you have no skills to use at the beginning, but you can use them later on, right? Is this still useless? He can freely transform his combat power into any kind of spiritual power. This is equivalent to a universal one. Wang Yi was moved. Although there are no skills provided by the system, it can learn the skills of any profession. I also own Wanji Taobao and can buy skill books. Although there is no skill tree provided by the system, you can learn all skills as you like. As long as Wang Yi is willing, he can even learn all the skills of all professions. It's him. Useless person. Choose a profession. Useless person. Okay. Global news. Wang Yi, a drifter from Yangguo district, became the first drifter to choose the useless person profession and obtained a hidden profession. Congratulations on becoming the first useless person in the world to obtain the hidden profession of Magical Medicine Master. Divine Medicine Master, God-level rarity, can ripen plants through his own power, and can identify the efficacy of any medicinal material. Make money with blood. He actually became the first person in the world to choose useless people. A useless person starts with nothing, and relies on fishing from the sea for all his skills. But he is different, he can buy it from Wanji Taobao. Wang Yi became excited. Imagine yourself holding a staff in your left hand and a knife in your right hand. A fireball technique in the left hand, and a sword energy slash in the right hand, a double cultivation of monsters, right? He was just lucky enough to get a hidden profession, which is amazing. Just as he was immersed in the joy of the harvest. Employer, I found a treasure chest ahead. Oh yes. The system said that there are floating treasure chests near the shark group. He immediately cheered up and picked up the hook. Sophia, where is the treasure chest? The elf girl pointed into the distance. I will use lighting arrows to illuminate the surroundings for you. Good. I saw this elf girl drawing her bow and shooting out a beam of light, illuminating everything on the sea. Without any effort, he saw the treasure chest floating on the sea water. Comfortable. It was really worth it to spend 1 gold coin to hire this elf archer. It's only been half a day, but how much money have I made back? I happily hooked up the treasure box. Wang Yi slowly opened the box curiously and took a look. Congratulations on opening the golden treasure chest. Obtain a golden quality staff, meteor staff. Meteor staff. The power of meteorite spells is increased by 25%, and the casting speed of meteorite spells is increased by 25%. The world view of the elf girl next to her has begun to collapse. Golden quality, legendary staff. Employer, where in the world are you? You can still find such a treasure in the sea. The elf girl was so surprised that she couldn't even close her mouth. What kind of world is this? Can you get even legendary staffs at will? Although this staff has not been strengthened, it is sold on Wanji Taobao, and its value is estimated to be about 100 gold coins. Wang Yi is making a fortune. Seeing the shock on the elf girl's face, Wang Yi grinned and said, "There will be more exciting ones in the future, calm down. Calm down. Follow me and you will see more treasures." Wang Yi picked up the meteor staff and couldn't put it down when he played with it in his hand. The staff is there, but the skills are missing. Just in time, sell all the shark meat you just caught on Wanji Taobao. 168 pieces of fish, 1680 kilograms, divided into 5 kilograms portions, a total of 336 portions. Heartwarming little seller. Dear friends, we have caught deep-sea snowflake sharks overnight. Those who pre-ordered can get the goods first, and they are now being shipped. He shouted in the group, and the group immediately became excited. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain. Okay, let me wait. Border Army General. It's coming, it's coming. Polar Lord. I came here after watching the video of Food Connoisseur. I heard that this snowflake fish meat is very delicious. Hang up these 336 pieces of fish and meat, and give priority to those who order in advance. Because there are already more than 700 people who have pre-ordered, these 336 are limited to 1 copy per person, and they will be sold out in a flash. As soon as it was put up, it was sold out. Demand exceeds supply. Which Lana? How come it was sold out all at once? Is this considered thirsty marketing? Heartwarming little seller. Dear. Don't talk nonsense, just ask everyone, these are all wild ones, and I will catch them one by one. Longhushan veteran. Yes, it's very fresh, they are all freshly slaughtered. Wang Yi looked at the gold coins in his phone with a smile at this time. I sold these fish meats for 2 gold coins before, and all of a sudden. Income. 3,360 silver coins, initially converted into 33 gold coins and 60 silver coins. Balance. 35 gold coins, 60 silver coins. Get rich. Go buy magic now. Now he is at the 2nd level of strength, with 5,900 combat power points. Converted into magic value, it is also 5,009. After searching for magic shops, I have to say that magic is also diverse, with all kinds of shops. He looked at it for a long time and didn't know which store to buy from. But suddenly, a familiar name appeared on his phone. Lana Magic Shop. This looks so familiar. Wait, isn't this a customer from his buyer group? And look at her sales. Store monthly sales volume, 6. Puff. Wang Yi almost laughed out loud. What a pitiful sales volume. With curiosity in mind, Wang Yi opened her shop. No decoration. The writing is not attractive, and it does not give people a feeling of impulsive consumption at all. This girl doesn't know how to run a Taobao store. It feels like visiting an old bookstore. Basic knowledge book for introductory magic wand, fire magic, ice magic. This girl doesn't know how to promote things, and the store is too rigid. Heartwarming little seller. Hi, your store is not very well decorated, and you don't know how to write copy. Which Lana? Oh, just buy whatever you like. There's no business anyway, I'm just playing around. This girl, not short of money, right? But seeing how seriously she wrote the introduction for each book, Wang Yi felt that this store was okay. It belongs to the kind of unknown treasure magic shop, because there is no exaggerated style in her shop. It's a pity that she doesn't know how to operate or introduce it. Heartwarming little seller. I want to buy a copy of Meteorite Magic. I have second level strength. Do you have any recommendations? Witch Lana. Recommend the Meteorite spell, which consumes 200 mana points each time. When charged, you can also summon a large meteorite, which can hit some ordinary enemies. When charged, it can cause huge damage. Witch Lana. In addition, it has low consumption and can increase your combat power and endurance, which is very suitable for a magician of your level. Hiss. What is professional? Wang Yi didn't expect that this ordinary magic shop would be much more professional than other magic shops. Other magic shops use all kinds of exaggerated advertising and boast about magical skills. But this witch was the only one who very patiently introduced various situations of spells to her. This made Wang Yi couldn't help but laugh. Heartwarming little seller, thanks. But I kind of want to laugh. Witch Lana. What are you laughing at? I think there is nothing wrong with what I said. I even read the chat history several times. Is there anything ridiculous about me? She is really a serious scholar type girl. It's kind of cute, but it makes people feel distressed. If she could run this store, the sales volume would probably not be bad. The other party kindly gave her an answer, and Wang Yi also wanted to teach her. Heartwarming little seller. You explained it very clearly, no problem at all. But why don't you write this in the product introduction? Put your professional explanation in the product so that customers can understand it at a glance, and your sales will be better. Another world. Inside the magic tower. A girl wearing a snow-colored robe and a witch's hat. She was slightly startled, looking at Wang Yi's words on the phone. What he said seems to make sense, but, if he admits it, doesn't it mean that I am inferior to him? The arrogant witch picked up her phone and replied. Witch Lana. Of course I know this, I just opened the store and haven't had time to write it yet. Heartwarming little seller. Ah, yes, yes. Witch Lana. What, are you questioning my intelligence? Heartwarming little seller. Ah, yes, yes, everything you said is right. Holding the mobile phone, Witch Lana gritted her teeth and whispered, how abominable. There is an air of shame in this person's words. Although she was dissatisfied and angry, Witch Lana began to change her introduction. On the other side, Wang Yi has already placed an order. Meteor Planet spell, price, 5 gold coins, order successfully. Looking at the phone, Wang Yi grinned. This arrogant witch, she said she was dissatisfied, but she started writing an introduction in the store. Tisk, 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 she doesn't speak upright. Seeing that the witch started to change the descriptions of the products in the store, Wang Yi probably knew what kind of character the witch was. I just got her magic book, but I don't know how powerful it is. So, a hole in space opened, and a thick magic book appeared in front of him. When Wang Yi reached out to touch, discover rare A-level magic. Meteor Planet, would you like to learn? Confirm to study. All of a sudden, the whole book started to burn, and a lot of knowledge poured into Wang Yi's mind. He immediately understood how to mobilize the meteorite. At this time, the phone vibrated several times. Witch Lana. Oh, by the way, it takes about 1 to 3 months to learn Meteor Planet. If you don't understand anything, you can come and ask me. At this moment Wang Yi understood. People in other worlds should read and study seriously. But the drifting system allows him to learn it instantly when he picks up the props. Putting knowledge into his mind. Is this how dual systems can do whatever they want? Of course, other drifters on Earth also have the ability to learn skills in seconds. It's just that Wang Yi can buy books from Wanji Taobao, they can only fish them out. In this way, it would be more convenient for him to buy skills than other drifters. Seeing that the witch girl still cared so much about him, Wang Yi raised the corner of his mouth and picked up the phone to reply. Heartwarming little seller. I learned. Witch Lana. I don't believe it. Even a genius like me took 3 days to read that book. Heartwarming little seller. Do you want to make a bet? Witch Lana. Okay, if it is true, I will give you another set of spells. Heartwarming little seller. It's a deal. Lana didn't believe it at all. This warm-hearted little seller learned it in just a few minutes after getting the book. Who would believe it? On the other side, Wang Yi on the boat picked up the meteor staff. Miss Sophia, help me find a shark, and I will try my new magic. The elf girl was doubtful. You know magic. Okay, there is a lone mutant shark 300 meters away. Take a look. 300 meters away, right. Wang Yi looked in the direction pointed by the elf girl. Under the moonlight, he could indeed vaguely see shark fins streaking across the sea. Sophia, take your phone and take a video for me. Asking the elf girl to record the video on her mobile phone, Wang Yi took a deep breath and mobilized her magic power. Convert combat power into mana. The power of a useless person can be transformed into any kind of energy. Meteor planet. With Wang Yi's whisper, a black-purple stone appeared in the sky, like a tracking missile shooting towards the mutated shark. One shot. This first-level mutated shark was instantly killed by the meteorite. Cool. The meteorite seems to be able to hit a very long distance. As long as Wang Yi can see it, he can probably fly there. And to lock on the enemy, you need his guidance. It is equivalent to a missile controlled by the naked eye. This meteorite is really easy to use, and combined with the staff I picked up, the damage is pretty good. You killed the mutant shark and gained 200 combat power. Total combat strength, 6100. The first level is 100 to 1000, and the second level is 1000 to 10,000. The combat power required at each stage is doubled 10 times. As a result, Wang Yi will soon break through to the third level, and no one else can do this at this speed. Putting down his staff, Wang Yi sent the video he just recorded to Witch Lana. Heartwarming little seller. Video. I am willing to admit defeat, give me a set quickly. In a magic tower in another world. Lana was stunned when she saw the video sent by Wang Yi. In the video, Wang Yi holds a high-quality staff and releases the meteorite at once. Seeing this, Lana replied angrily. Witch Lana, we are all peers, are you kidding me? The staff in your hand is at least a golden staff, and it seems to be a meteorite staff. Heartwarming little seller. I lied to you as a puppy. This meteorite is a magic that I just learned. Did I agree that I would accept defeat? Witch Lana, you are a puppy. You must have learned about the meteorite a long time ago to tease me. Heartwarming little seller. What do I have to say for you to believe it? Forget it, I didn't expect Miss Lana to be so tasteless. Witch Lana, just give you a spell book. Witch Lana gives you the Gravity Ball spell book as a gift. Heartwarming little seller, thank you boss. The boss is awesome. Witch Lana, humph, this girl never believed that Wang Yi could learn magic in seconds. What could he say? Needless to say, I bought a copy of Gravity Ball for nothing, it tastes great. If this girl doesn't tease her, if she doesn't believe it, then she doesn't believe it. I happily got a new skill book. Gravity Ball. Release a gravity ball, and the target hit will be pulled to you. Consumption. 500 magic power. Hey, it's comfortable. I learned 2 skills in one go and got one for free. At this time, those who had been hiding from the sharks earlier started rowing over. See each other coming. Wang Yi lowered his voice. Sophia, pull up your hat, don't let the other party find out that you are an elf, and be more vigilant. Clear. The hood covered the elf girl's blonde hair and pulled up the white scarf to cover her beauty. Elves who are practicing outside know how to protect their own safety. Humans are obsessed with the beauty of elves. Beauty is very dangerous for elves who are practicing outside. She changed her outfit with one click and wrapped herself tightly. Dozens of boats rowed over from the opposite side. One of the leading men clasped his hands and said, "Brother, thank you for saving me." Rescue. Nothing. I'm just here to hunt sharks. Wang Yi waved his hand, not wanting to say anything hypocritical. I know. The short-haired man smiled bitterly. He saw the strength of Wang Yi and his girlfriend. He regarded the elf girl as Wang Yi's girlfriend. This man and woman, one uses a bow and arrow and the other uses a staff, are very powerful. This was only the second day of drifting at sea, and there were such powerful drifters. The short-haired man bowed slightly, but if you hadn't appeared, many of us might have died. Thank you very much. At this time, Wang Yi was also curious about how other castaways survived except him. There are about 20 or 30 people in this fleet. How did you get chased by a swarm of sharks? The short-haired man quickly said, we were hunting lone mutant sharks, and suddenly a large number of sharks appeared next to us, causing the barrels of several of our boats to leak. Hunting lone sharks. Wang Yi glanced at them. This group of people had shark swords in their hands and should have killed a lot of sharks. Suddenly, the way to make money emerged in Wang Yi's mind. He raised the corners of his mouth and asked, "Do you have any extra shark meat? I have rice, vegetables and other things here to trade with you." Rice and vegetables are very cheap on Wanji Taobao. Exchange shark meat from others and sell it on Wanji Taobao. This is a second-rate dealer. Hunt by yourself and collect fish and meat from other drifters. Only by increasing the volume can we sell more. The short-haired man's eyes widened. You have rice and vegetables. Let's change. Let's change. The disaster happened suddenly. At that time, a small boat and some tools sent by the system appeared out of thin air in front of everyone. Then sea levels slowly began to rise. Although there was no tsunami, the seawater began to rise little by little. Everyone only had time to sit on the boat, and at most they could only carry some supplies around them. Therefore, most of the castaways are not rich in supplies now. How much can each person carry in a small boat? When they heard that Wang Yi had rice and vegetables for exchange, they all became excited. After eating shark meat for a day, it would be good to change it to some rice. In this case, 10 pounds of rice are exchanged for 50 pounds of shark meat, right? What a profiteer. Wang Yi is a profiteer. The elf girl next to her could hardly stand it anymore. For rice, on Wanji Taobao, you can buy a large bag of ordinary quality rice for 1 silver coin. It is equivalent to Wang Yi using 1 silver coin to earn 1 gold coin. Isn't this huge profit? The profit is 100 times. Brother Meng, even this dealer dare not make such huge profits. This profit is less than what game companies make from selling skins. A bag of rice can be exchanged for 50 pounds of shark meat, amazing. However, the short-haired man stretched out his hand without thinking. Deal. This is the age of the ocean. Unless you upgrade your ship to a larger one, you won't be able to farm on the ship. Sharks can still be found in the sea, but rice is something that no one can eat now. When there are no big boats to farm, 1 bag of rice is eaten and 1 bag is lost. The short-haired man also had other considerations. Fish will expire and become stale over time. Rice can be stored for long periods of time. In this sea, all gold and banknotes are virtual, and rice is the hard currency. The short-haired man shouted, "Brothers, count our fish. Brother Chen, we still have 38 pieces of fish left." A piece of fish weighs 10 kilograms, which is 380 kilograms. Wang Yi was also very generous. "I'll give you 80 kilograms of rice." "This, thank you so much." The other party was so grateful for Wang Yi's generosity that the 2 missing pieces of meat were given to them as 8 bags of rice. Little did they know, this profiteer made a lot of money. 10 portions of 50 kilograms of fish could be sold for 1 gold coin. From these 380 kilograms, he earned a total of 7 gold and 60 silver coins. After deducting the cost of 80 kilograms of rice and 8 silver coins, it was really a huge profit. What a profiteer. The righteous elf girl can hardly stand it anymore. The other party pulled the fish onto the bow, and Wang Yi returned to the houseboat. I chose a store from Wanji Taobao, and it actually had lower-priced low-quality rice. When doing business, you have to live up to your own conscience. The quality of rice for 10 pounds of rice for 1 silver coin is not good, but it's okay. Because Wanji Mall connects all worlds, rice, vegetables, and meat are extremely cheap there. The more expensive ones are those with attributes, such as eating to enhance strength, or novelty, and good-tasting meat, which can be sold at high prices. The meat of this mutated shark tastes really good, and an internet celebrity made a video about it, so sales have been increasing steadily. Wang Yi easily carried 80 kilograms of rice on his shoulders. The 38 pieces of shark meat traded with the other party were all put into the wooden box. When these drifters saw the white rice, their eyes lit up. Everyone is from Yan country. Although this shark meat is delicious, it is really boring after eating it for a day. Now there are no big ships to farm, so we can only eat fish and meat, and there is really no comfort like eating a mouthful of rice. On this endless sea, eating a mouthful of fragrant white rice can soothe your restless soul. Grasping the crystal clear rice, everyone couldn't help but be excited. It will be fine. Times will get better. White rice. It is engraved deep into the souls of Yangguo people, and nothing can compare with the smell of rice. The short-haired man looked at Wang Yi. Brother, please add me as a friend. I know many people, and they may also want to trade with you. By the way, how much rice do you have left? Wang Yi smiled mysteriously. Secret, as long as you come, I will try my best to change it. Seeing that Wang Yi was on guard, the short-haired man explained, we are not a gang. We are all the owners of Xingfu community. I am a firefighter, so everyone chose me as the temporary leader. 2. When a disaster strikes, there is strength in numbers, and only by helping each other can a group of people survive at sea. And Wang Yi was a little unlucky at the time. He went to the mountains to take pictures of the stars. When the sea water came, he was washed away alone. It seems that in the ocean age, many castaways formed small groups. In addition, the system allows everyone's mobile phones to have unlimited power. You can also see the regional channel above and see the person speaking in the attachment. Wang Yi and the firefighter brother added each other as friends. Drifter Chen Yizhou requests to add friends. Okay, if you have any fish or meat to sell, just come to me. After adding friends, you can send location information to each other. You can see the direction and distance of your friends. For example, friend Chen Yizhou, 3 meters away, heading southeast. You can choose to turn off positioning or turn on positioning. In this way, it is convenient to find someone on the vast sea. After the transaction was completed, Wang Yi looked at the 38 pieces of fish and looked at his boat with a grin. Since you can upgrade wooden boats by fishing for materials from the sea, then can I buy some iron on Wanji Taobao? Wouldn't it be nice to directly upgrade your ship to an iron ship? I just don't know if I can upgrade my ship with the materials I bought on Wanji Taobao. In this world, the only thing that can stand is the boat under your feet. The wooden boat is a bit brittle, to be honest. If the opponent throws a little bit of fire, Mu Chuan can hit Gigi amidst laughter and laughter. It's best to reinforce the soles of your feet. Search iron. Based on your purchasing power, the system will recommend several stores for you. Nolan Mining, Terra Interstellar Minerals Group, Cocoa Mine. I looked at the prices at 3 stores. A ton of iron in Nolan cost 20 silver coins. A ton of Terra Star is 30 silver coins. This cocoa mine only costs 15 silver coins, which is much cheaper. This Nolan Mining is a 5-star store, and this Terra is a diamond-level corporate store. This cocoa mine only has 1 star. It should have been exposed by the system not long after the new store was opened. Wang Yi wants to give it a try now, and he's not short of money, so he just buys the most expensive one. Warm-hearted little seller, can I buy a ton? Taylor Group Customer Service. Sorry, our shipment starts at 100 tons. What level of spaceship are you building? Heartwarming little seller, can't you sell a ton? I want to try remodeling my boat. Tyla Group Customer Service. Dear, I'm really sorry, we don't do small business. The starting quantity here is 100 tons. Please go to other stores to buy it. Grass. There was a hint of ridicule in the customer service's tone. They may not know that Wang Yi will make large-scale purchases in the future and buy a large amount of steel to build his own ship. It's okay not to buy from this kind of store that looks down on people. Go find that little store, buy a ton and give it a try. Heartwarming little seller. Manager, can I buy a ton? At this time on a mineral star in a certain universe, a young lady in overalls wearing overalls looked melancholy. The Terra Group has a monopoly on the business of various shipyards. Small workshops like ours are no match for the group. Every time a shipyard purchases steel, it buys tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of tons. Only Terra Group can provide it. The workwear lady's small workshop simply doesn't have the strength to provide much steel. Her shop is not very popular, and no one patronizes it on Wanji Taobao. Iron is something that can be found in almost any world. Anyone who wants to buy iron must be a big customer who buys tens of thousands of tons at a time. But Wang Yi's world happened to be submerged by the ocean at this time. Suddenly, her computer rang. Someone comes to my store. I can't believe that someone actually visited her store. Customer service Coco. Dear. Not to mention 1 ton, I sell half a ton. Please give me a good review, please. Why, this customer service is enthusiastic. Wang Yi had just endured the experience of Terra Group, and now he is in a much better mood. Seeing that the customer service attitude was good, Wang Yi decisively placed the order. Warm-hearted little seller. I will buy a ton first for inspection. If it is good, I will buy more. Customer service Coco. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for patronizing my business. You are our first customer, and I will give you a souvenir. Oh, I didn't expect that you can buy gifts in such a small shop. Wang Yi rubbed his hands. Can the things you buy for free not smell good? Heartwarming little seller. Placed an order. Customer service Coco. Shipping now. The lady in work clothes quickly drove the industrial mecha and took out a ton of iron ingots from the warehouse for delivery. You paid 15 silver coins. Balance. 30 gold coins and 45 silver coins. These 38 pieces of fish have not been sold yet and will be shipped later. And a ton of iron ingots appeared out of thin air in Wang Yi's ship, and the entire ship was almost sunk. Huo, I was almost scared to death. The elf girl who was standing guard outside also hurried into the houseboat. What are you doing? Seeing a large piece of iron ingot appear in the houseboat, Sophia looked puzzled. No. Why did you buy these? Wang Yi raised the corners of his lips. Upgrade our ship. Upgrade. Watch. Wang Yi took out the hammer given by the system and tapped the iron ingot in front of him. A line of words appeared in front of me. Big iron ingot. You can use the furnace to divide the large iron ingot into 10 small iron ingots, or you can directly upgrade the hull. Oh, the system also recognizes iron from other worlds. Then there's no need to fish for materials. Others have to slowly fish for materials and save materials to upgrade their ships. Wang Yi, just buy. Cool. Excited, he picked up his phone and opened the hull upgrade interface. Upgrade hull. Consuming large iron ingots can strengthen the surface of the hull and cover it with a layer of iron. A layer of iron. That's enough. He wants to upgrade a steel battleship. Click on the screen, hull replacement material. Iron hull. Consume 10 large iron ingots to completely upgrade the hull. What are you waiting for? Purchase. Wang Yi immediately picked up the phone. Heartwarming little seller. Store manager, I want to buy another 9 tons. In the mine of the mineral star. The young lady in overalls was biting a lollipop and looking at the computer with excitement. Oh my god, this kind of customer is my favorite. Her mind doesn't have the ability to sell a large amount of iron ingots at once, but the output of a few hundred tons is still enough. With business, her shop will start to gain popularity. This heartwarming little seller gave her hope. Customer service Coco. I don't know what to give you. Is there anything you want? I'll try my best to send it to you. Want? Wang Yi touched his chin and glanced at his boat. It looks like it's missing a propeller. The iron ship was too heavy, and it would be impractical to rely on oars at that time. Heartwarming little seller. Then give me a propeller. Chapter 11. Customer service Coco. Propeller. That. Seeing that the other party is embarrassed, there must be a misunderstanding. Heartwarming little seller. My boat is only about 10 meters long. Can I give it a small propeller? Customer service. Small thruster. Oh, scared me. The young lady in overalls in front of the computer breathed a sigh of relief. She thought Wang Yi wanted something like a large spaceship, with a thruster bigger than a large truck. It turned out to be from a small boat. That's easy. Coco thought about it, and she asked nervously. Customer service Coco. Can second-hand ones be used? I'm a bit on a budget, just a few used thrusters in the warehouse, but I promise. The quality can be used for at least 50 years. 50 years, that's okay. It's second-hand, and it doesn't cost any money anyway. Wang Yi, will be a garbage man for once today. Money, you have to be frugal. Heartwarming little seller. Second-hand ones are also fine, thank you, lady. Customer service Kiki. No, I'm embarrassed to give you a second-hand one. She covered her heart and exhaled a long breath. This heartwarming little seller is really heartwarming. To control the machine, she also sent Wang Yi the second-hand propeller in the warehouse. To purchase 9 tons of iron ingots, pay 1 gold and 35 silver. Balance. 29 gold coins and 10 silver coins. This time Wang Yi is a little more excited. Open the space storage wooden box directly. As soon as the portal opened, the large iron ingots were sucked into the wooden box one by one. If all 10 tons of iron were pressed down, this ship would be no longer wanted. Everything's ready. Upgrade your battleship. Wooden ship, upgrade, ironclad ship. The wooden box was opened, and the surroundings of the ship began to blur. Wang Yi could see the seawater under his feet, but he was floating in midair with the elf girl. At this time, the elf girl next door was using her mobile phone to communicate with people from another world. Suddenly the space became transparent, and she exclaimed, "Employer, what are you doing? The hull is being upgraded, and the iron ingots are reforging the hull." Originally, Wang Yi and the elf girl could not see each other through the wooden board. When upgrading, it suddenly becomes transparent. Why are you so panicked? Seeing her hang up the video call, Wang Yi raised his eyebrows. Could it be? You and your boyfriend are on a video call, right? The elf girl's face turned red. No. Then why are you so panicked? The elf girl's face was red, as if she was afraid of being discovered. Let Wang Yi get curious. This little beauty already has a boyfriend. Wang Yi felt a little disappointed. After all, the elf girl is the only one who lives with him on the boat. It is a pleasing thing to see a beautiful elf. At this time, the phone rang again. It was a call from another world through the Wanji Taobao software. I didn't expect that. The Wanji Taobao software can also communicate across time and space, but think about it, people also trade across time and space. But then Wang Yi saw that the person who called was not a man. There is a line of words written on it, mother. Oh ho. It turned out to be Sophia's mother. Interesting. The battleship has been upgraded halfway and is surrounded by iron plates. The elf girl raised her index finger. Hush. Hush, don't talk. Why, I can't speak anymore on my boat. Wang Yi became playful and wanted to tease this elf girl. Asshole, you made me anxious. The elf girl bit her pink lips, the look was so funny and cute. I'm in a hurry, what do you want? Wang Yi looked like a dead pig who was not afraid of boiling water and wanted to be beaten. I'll bite you if you push me too hard. This made the elf girl so angry that she knew she could no longer tease her. Okay, you answer the phone, I won't disturb you. Wang Yi leaned against the iron plate and hid in the next door to eavesdrop. At this time, the elf girl connected to the video. A female voice came from the other end of the phone. Sophia, what's the sound? I just heard a man's voice. What's going on? Tisk, tisk, if her mother found out about Wang Yi, I don't know what she would think. Sophia hurriedly explained. Mother, the signal was not good just now. I have changed the room now, and the sound is that of hotel guests. At the other end of the video is a mature elf sister. Sophia's mother also has beautiful blonde hair, and elves have a long lifespan. Even as a mother, this eldest sister looks very beautiful. Her face was full of worry. Sophia, I am opposed to you traveling. Why did you come to the human country? I just saw the male human. Mother, I will hold you tightly and I will never expose my identity as an elf. Don't worry. Good guy. It turns out that this girl went out to be a mercenary without telling her family, and her family thought she was traveling. Elf's sister frowned. It's not safe outside, please go home quickly, Sophia. Mom, I will go back in a few days. By the way, is everyone in the village okay? The elf girl quickly changed the subject. On the other side of the video, Sophia's mother looked sad. Fortunately, we have a bumper harvest of food this year, but we can't sell it. Wang Yi, who was hiding next door and eavesdropping, his eyes lit up. A bumper grain harvest. No one wants it. And just at this moment, Chen Yizhou sent a message. Chen Yizhou, brother, thousands of people nearby want to trade sharks with you for food. This is not. Business is coming. Wouldn't it be nice to exchange the excess food in the elf village for shark meat? The firemen knew quite a few people, and they all wanted to exchange rice with Wang Yi. At this time, Sophia in the next room hung up the phone and breathed a sigh of relief. She was also very disappointed that her mother didn't realize that she was working as a mercenary. At this moment Wang Yi came over with a smile. Sophia. The elf girl shuddered. Why did her employer suddenly scream so sweetly? It was so sweet. What? Seeing the elf girl looking at him warily, he grinned and showed his white teeth. Look at how wary you are, I'm a good person. I don't believe it. Employer, there must be something wrong with you smiling so happily. Look at what this elf girl said, describing Wang Yi as a heinous villain. He rubbed his hands with a smile. Sophia, aren't your mother's agricultural products unsaleable? Let me help you. You see, I often heard news about unsaleable agricultural products in a certain county and helping local farmers. Now that the elf girl's hometown's agricultural products are unsaleable, he, Wang Yi, is naturally bound to help the elf farmers whose products are unsaleable. Hearing this, the elf girl immediately crossed her arms. Stop it. I don't want my mother to find out that I am working as a mercenary now. You really don't want it? The elf girl shook her head like a rattle. No. She was afraid that her mother would find out that she was a mercenary. And, if mother knew that she was working as a bodyguard for a human, she would be dead if she went back. Living on a boat with a human male. This cannot be discovered by the family. Seeing that the elf girl was unwilling, Wang Yi gave up. Okay, whatever you want. He picked up his cell phone and sent a message to fireman Chen Yizhou. Wang Yi, you guys get ready, or gather together. 1 hour, we send position to trade. Chen Yizhou, okay, I want everyone to prepare. Wang Yi put down his mobile phone and began to look at his new boat. The hull has been upgraded. The entire ship is 10 meters long. Most of the hull is made of iron, and the interior part is made of wooden floors. The hull is essentially fireproof. You can also control and transform rooms on your mobile phone. Please allocate a room on board. Captain's room, crew's quarters, cabin, warehouse, mess hall, activity area, watchtower, bathroom. Click to allocate the size of the room. Compared with the small boat I had before, the 10-meter-long iron boat is obviously much more comfortable. Go back and buy some furniture from Wanji Taobao, and you will have a warm drifting home. Speaking of which, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, but Wang Yi doesn't feel sleepy at all. He pinched his face. After your fighting power becomes stronger, do you feel that you are full of energy after just sleeping for a while? It seems that as combat power increases, people no longer need to sleep. Correct. Coco from the mine gave himself a propeller. Only then did he remember important things. Open the cardboard box and there is an engine the size of a water tank inside. The instructions are very simple. Instructions for external thrusters. It can be connected to every corner of the spacecraft and assembled freely. Endurance time. When the solid fuel is full, low power injection can last for 1 year, and high power injection can last for 1 month. Control. Can be connected to a mobile phone or manually controlled. Installation method. Direct installation. Install directly. Wang Yi carried this half-ton small propeller, which should be used for small spacecraft in outer space. He came to the stern and attached the small propeller. Install it directly, right. I saw 4 drill bits sticking out of the small propeller, which were automatically fixed on the stern of the ship. It can also be connected to a mobile phone. Using Wanji Taobao to scan and install the software, Wang Yi had to sigh that the QR code from outer space could still be used. Look at the operation interface on the phone. Now he can control it remotely with his mobile phone, or manually control the thruster at close range. He couldn't put it down playing with these high technologies. Standing on this iron ship, he felt full of security. Now, it's impossible for the mutant shark to puncture his boat. It's almost time to set off to buy fish and meat. Wang Yi checked the time and saw a few minutes left. At this time, Chen Yizhou, something happened. The fireman suddenly sent a message, which made Wang Yi a little confused. Wang Yi, what? Chen Yizhou, a large group of sharks appeared here, but pirates came to rob us. What? Pirate? Although the whole world is in a catastrophe, can we attack the compatriots around us in 1 day? How can human nature change so quickly in the apocalypse? Wang Yi, what pirate? Chen Yizhou, the people over there in Japan are very cruel. Come and grab our fish. Before the seawater flooded the city, this was a coastal city. Unexpectedly, the Japanese people started doing their old business again. Before the collapse of civilized order, many people were still unable to rob their own people. But those who rob people from other countries, they don't have any psychological burden. Global news. The Japanese drifters are plundering the fish resources of the Yangguo drifters, triggering a hidden mission, Shark Frenzy. You have received a new mission, Hunting Time. Drifters in the area, fight for your own camp. Rules. You are not allowed to attack other drifters with skills, but you can hit them with your boat. Hunt the fish within the specified time, and the one with the most wins. Wang Yi looked at his newly upgraded iron ship. These Japanese people who are living a pretty good life, do you want to try my hand at collision? Can't attack other drifters with skills. Determine the outcome by hunting schools of fish. But, can hit a boat. Seeing this task, Wang Yi's expression began to twist. Bumper boats, right, pick up your phone and control the engine. Try the first propulsion speed first. Press first gear. Just listen to the roar of flames ejected from the thrusters behind you. It felt like my whole body was being pushed forward, and I almost fell on the boat. This gear is too fast. What car ejection starts? It accelerates from 0 to 100 for a few seconds. Wang Yi's boat accelerates from 0 to 100 for 1 second. He was almost thrown off the ship by the force of the thrust. He just turned on the first gear, and the iron ship was racing across the sea at a speed of 100 kilometers per hour. It's so fast. Fortunately, there is also a power-saving mode inside, which can reduce the speed by half. It's half a gear. As expected of an interstellar product, the propellers of the small spacecraft are so powerful. This is still second-hand. In the future, if I build a 100-meter giant ship and install it with a spaceship engine, wouldn't it be a marine dump truck? Wang Yi's boat quickly flew to the scene of the incident. I saw thousands of wooden boats gathering on the sea. 4 o'clock in the morning. There is only a faint moonlight on the sea, which is the darkest time of the day. 2,000 to 3,000 small wooden boats lit up and undulated with the waves. The scene was truly magnificent. But the picture is beautiful, but the people above are all angry. There are 1,000 boats from Japan, competing for fish with them. They don't know why, but they insist on coming here to grab the sharks. Firefighter Chen Yizhou doesn't tolerate him. Hit me. The rules of the system are not to kill each other. But it can crash. Thousands of wooden boats collided with each other, creating a large bumper car scene. The wooden boats banged against each other, and some people even installed metal rams on the bows. Chen Yizhou frowned. These little dongyongs actually installed metal rams on the bows. Our people are at a great disadvantage. On the Japanese drifters' side, the leader seemed to be a man wearing sunglasses. The other party was wearing fisherman's clothes, but he spoke with a gangster accent. Hey. This is the fishing ground of our Black Dragon group. Chen Yizhou glared at the other party. It's obviously you who came to us, what's your fishing ground? The man in sunglasses dug his ears with his fingers. What? Huh, don't you understand what I'm saying? Red deer, since you don't want to leave, I'll send you to feed the sharks. Hit me. These Japanese drifters have slightly larger boats. And they are 2 people in a boat. One person rows the oars and the other controls the rudder. The metal ramming horns installed on their fronts are designed to hit other people's wooden boats. Their ships are big. Bully whoever you want to bully. And the man in Japanese sunglasses said confidently, we have chased these sharks all the way here, these sharks are ours. Fart. This is already the sea area of our Yangguo district. Once it reaches our place, it belongs to us. Ha, the man in sunglasses burst out laughing. Now the whole world is sinking and submerged by seawater. Sea areas. Are there any boundaries? He grinned, revealing yellow teeth blackened by smoke. Now. It's an era where strength speaks for itself. An era where you can do whatever you want. My ship is bigger than yours, and I can easily crush you. In the distance, a young voice came. Really, the captain can do whatever he wants. In the dark night, a silver iron ship appeared out of thin air. Naturally, it's Wang Yi's boat. A 10-meter iron boat is not that big, but in front of these wooden boats, it is simply a dump truck. When seeing Wang Yi's iron ship, firefighter Chen Yizhou was dumbfounded. The man in sunglasses from the Japanese Black Dragon group was also stunned for a long time, unable to recover. Iron ship. Pure iron. Nani. When the man in sunglasses was shocked, Wang Yi's boat was too fast and he had no time to react. Accompanied by a scream from the man in sunglasses. Boom. Wang Yi's boat came over like a dump truck. The wooden boat was hit and broken. The bow of the iron ship is like a knife, sharply cutting through the small Japanese wooden ship. His boat was cut in half, but Wang Yi's boat was completely intact. Cool. However, there were many people in front of him, so he started to turn on the energy-saving mode. Avoid hitting your own ship. The speed is reduced to 50 kilometers per hour, but still very fast. Others rely entirely on oars to row a boat, but Wang Yi relies entirely on waves. The 10-meter iron boat rushed past, causing ghosts and wolves to howl wherever it passed. Yazudi. The dump truck was running rampant on the sea, and the scene was filled with howls and screams. Chen Yizhou and others next to him were stunned. Where did this Wang Yi get so much iron? What should I say, Brother Chen, I enjoyed watching it. Well done. You dare to steal our fish. Everyone watching the show said it was so enjoyable. Those Japanese who came to grab fish were knocked to the bottom one by one. Below, there are sharks watching eagerly. A small number of people relied on their own combat skills and skills to kill sharks and escape disaster. But after more people fell into the water, they were basically bitten to pieces by sharks. Relieve your anger. They use their own strength to bully others and pretend to be quarrelsome. You can tell who they are at a glance. Unexpectedly, this Wang Yi was so crazy that he upgraded the entire ship to iron. Firefighter Chen Yizhou was so excited to see it. But at this moment, regional notification. The blood concentration in this area is too high, and a mutant shark king has been attracted. Mutated shark king. No, something happened. Mutated shark king. A bloody mouth suddenly appeared on the bottom of the sea. The jagged shark teeth instantly shattered the wooden boat. Too many Japanese people died at the scene. Unexpectedly, the blood actually led to the Shark King. When Wang Yi looked over, a line of words appeared. Mutated Shark King. Level 3. Combat Strength, 30,000. Skills, Water Spray Gun, Water Shield. Level 3. Seeing the appearance of King Shark, the Japanese rolled and crawled and rowed out as hard as they could. The man in sunglasses emerged from the water and climbed onto his little brother's boat. Seeing King Shark in front of him, the man in sunglasses shouted, "People from the Yan Kingdom, let's cooperate. This shark is too strong, we are no match at all." Firefighter Chen Yizhou frowned. Once King Shark comes out, many people may not be able to escape. Without much time to think, he had to make a decision within seconds. With the terrifying speed of King Shark, many people cannot escape. If they choose to escape, 2/3 of them may die in Yuko. The best option now seems to be to reach a temporary cooperation agreement with the Japanese. After all, the system is fixed and the castaways cannot attack each other now. Cooperating with Japanese people seems to be a wise choice. But at this time, Wang Yi on the iron boat said, "No need." "What? Is this guy so arrogant?" The man in Japanese sunglasses yelled angrily, "Hooray! You kid is sitting on an iron boat, it hurts your back. No one in our wooden boat can survive. If we don't cooperate, everyone will." Before the man in sunglasses could finish speaking, Wang Yi picked up the staff. He took a deep breath. Meteor planet. In the sky, black and purple meteorites hit King Shark one after another. King Shark flicked his tail and rolled up the waves to form a seawater shield, which easily withstood Wang Yi's attack. It seems that with Wang Yi's current combat power, there is no way to break through King Shark's shield. Seeing this scene, the man in sunglasses couldn't help but ridicule. The mantis is using his arms as a car. But that's fine, the Shark King doesn't care about us and is going to chase that kid. Brothers, let's run away. The Japanese people turned around and began rowing desperately to escape from the sea. But then, a green light penetrated the seawater shield. The magic arrow shot by the elf girl shattered the Shark King's seawater shield. Sophia raised the corners of her mouth with a proud look on her face. "What, this shark can't block my arrow at all." When the seawater shield was broken, Wang Yi threw the meteorite, which made the Shark King howl and interrupted its spellcasting. The elf girl drew her bow continuously and shot 3 arrows in a row. The Shark King, who was seriously injured in an instant, immediately realized that something was wrong. With certain wisdom, it chose to sink to the bottom of the sea to escape. Seeing King Shark diving, the fireman slapped his thigh. "What a pity." The man in Japanese sunglasses suddenly started to gloat. "Tisk, tisk, tisk, what a pity, otherwise if we kill this Shark King, we will surely reveal something good." But this time, Wang Yi took a deep breath and said silently, "Gravity ball." A purple-black ball popped up and rushed directly into the seabed, hitting the diving King Shark. The effect of the gravity ball is to pull the enemy back. The seriously injured King Shark felt himself being pulled back by a force. The elf girl immediately drew her bow. "Death. 1 arrow." The green light arrow penetrated the Shark King's body from its tail, and everyone who saw it tightened their anus. At this time, the Shark King has completely lost its health, and Wang Yi adds another meteorite. Global news. Wang Yi from Yangguo district became the first drifter to kill King Shark. Get the title, Shark Hunter, as well as a golden treasure chest and a purple treasure chest. World Channel. Euro District Mark. Is Yangguo district so lively? Jerry in North America. How did you find King Shark? Does anyone know what level of monster King Shark is? Hikawa Okazaka, Japan, level 3. Those are the first 3 levels of monsters. If there is too much blood, they will attract the Shark King. Xiao Dongying at the scene posted the situation to the World Channel. Others around the world gasped after watching the live video. Is this a fight between gods? Who is that girl in hijab? A magic arrow breaks through King Shark's seawater shield. And there is this guy named Wang Yi. The staff in his hand looks very advanced at first glance, and he can also use very powerful meteorite spells. This young couple. Daughter too strong. It's only the second day of rafting. And what about the person involved, Wang Yi? I was looking at the treasure chest of rewards, smiling from ear to ear. Various system prompts. You killed the mutant Shark King and gained 1/3 of its combat power. Tip. After the monster dies, it will turn into a soul. The drifter can absorb its soul and convert 1/3 of its energy. You killed the mutated Shark King and obtained the mutated Shark King's rapier, purple quality. You have obtained 10 pieces of mutated King Shark meat, the best part of King Shark. You have obtained the mutant Shark King crystal, which can be used to strengthen gold level weapons. 1/3 of the Shark King's combat power was converted into soul power and absorbed by him. Comfortable. I felt a surge of power pouring into my body. The combat power jumped from 6,100 to 16,100, directly reaching the entry level of the 3rd level. So cool. At this time, the system prompts again. You also have an additional reward of 5,000 soul power, which can be distributed to other people. Note. This part of the soul power can only be transferred to other people, you cannot absorb it. Can only be assigned to other people. It should be that the system considers other people to fight the boss together, so it is impossible for one person to monopolize the rewards. So who should these 5,000 soul power be distributed to? Wang Yi looked at the young elf girl on the side. Wang Yi was not so kind to share it with others. The elf girl is from another world. Even if she expires in 1 month, she will not stay here. In this case, it is better to give her the 5,000 combat power. Thinking of this, Wang Yi said, Sophia, give me your hand. The elf girl was stunned for a moment. What are you doing? What does this employer mean when he suddenly wants to hold her hand? She suddenly felt embarrassed. Stop talking nonsense and give me your hand. I want to give you something. Hearing what Wang Yi said, the elf girl began to think wildly. Although the two met for less than a day. But don't humans like to fall in love at first sight? She just helped her employer defeat the Shark King. Could it be that the employer, could he have fallen in love with her? Thinking of this, the face under the scarf became red and hot. Her heartbeat quickened. What do you want to give me? You'll know right away. Wang Yi took the elf girl's hand. She closed her eyes shyly. I thought, could it be a ring? No way. Suddenly, a force surged into her body. The elf girl was startled. Her combat power of 45,000 was suddenly increased to 50,000. She ignored the shock and asked in surprise, what's going on? Don't you want to practice? You and I just defeated the Shark King together, and I gave you part of my soul power. Say so. If it wasn't forced by the system, he would definitely keep the 5,000 combat power for himself. But since it can only be given away, let's give it to the elf girl. But the elf girl was moved. This is not good, although we defeated King Shark together. She was happy and a little flattered. I wonder why this week's skinny employer is suddenly so kind. Sophia was deeply moved. She didn't know how she would feel if she knew the truth of the matter. At this moment, Wang Yi looked at his boat. After killing the Shark King, you will get a purple quality Shark King stabbing sword and a crystal. Crystals can be used to strengthen legendary weapons, which are of golden quality. Also appearing at the same time are 2 treasure chests. A gold chest and a purple chest. Open. Just open it and talk about it. Open the golden treasure chest. Congratulations, you have obtained the legendary weapon Storm Bow. Open the purple treasure chest. Congratulations, you have obtained a forging bench. You can still repair and upgrade weapons without learning forging. Oh, Wang Yi seems to have no use for the Storm Bow. This forging bench can repair and upgrade weapons. Strengthening and repairing weapons requires the blacksmith profession. If you have a forging platform, you can skip it directly. That's not bad. Looking at the bow in his hand again, he thought for a moment. Sophia, hold this bow first. When he handed the legendary weapon Storm Bow to the elf girl, her eyes were filled with little stars. Employer, this bow, I'll lend it to you. Although it was lent to her, the elf girl still flew up excitedly. I know. Holding this legendary weapon admiringly, the elf girl smiled as happily as an idiot. She held it in her hand, touching and rubbing it, feeling the feel of the Storm Bow. The feel of this bow is really amazing. Wang Yi is naturally generous. After all, it is borrowed. Once her contract expires, the bow will still belong to Wang Yi. Seeing the elf girl immersed in joy, Wang Poppy, the boss, immediately woke her up. Go hunting. Kill more sharks for me and stop being so silly. Hey, okay. The elf girl who got the new toy didn't care about being commanded at all. She stood on the bow, drew her bow and shot an arrow. Every magic arrow fired by the Storm Bow contains additional wind magic. More accurate, faster, more ruthless. Hear the sound of a bowstring shaking. What sounds good as a good bow? Wang Yi looked at the others again. The surrounding Japanese fleet has already fled. While Wang Yi was just getting the reward, those Japanese people rolled away and crawled away. There aren't actually many sharks around either. Maybe the Shark King was killed, and the other mutated sharks had already dispersed, leaving only a few sharks still eating human corpses. Look at the scoreboard again. Hunting ranking countdown to end of game, 15 minutes. First place, Wang Yi, 1 mutant Shark King, 11 mutant sharks. No need for others to read. He killed 1 king shark and killed hundreds of others. But just after the battle with King Shark, Wang Yi realized something. The sea monsters in the future will become more and more terrifying. The boss on the second day is already so strong. If he hadn't hired the elf girl, he would have only been able to defeat King Shark by joining forces with other castaways. The shield of King Shark is so strong that only the elf girl can break it. If we fight normally, we should have to pay a heavy price of thousands of people to defeat King Shark. Looks like we have to make money quickly. Become stronger. You can also upgrade your ship. At this time, other people should also come to trade fish and meat with him. Just in time, let's get some food first. Open Wanji Taobao and enter food. Chen Yizhou and the others not only want to change to rice, but also want to change to some flour or bread. Some people want to make fish dumplings, others want to make noodles and eat them, and these things can be stored in the box for a long time. Not fish. Fish will expire if you don't eat it for a few days. Let's get some flour first. Click to take a look. Platinum Elf Food Wholesale Store. Platinum. I remember that the elf girl also seems to have the last name Platinum. Could it be, this is the elf girl's Taobao store? With a curious attitude, Wang Yi entered the store. He didn't rush to ask directly if the other party was Sophia's mother or something. Heartwarming little seller. Is the store here? How is the quality of this flour? Customer service Leah. Dear, this is high-quality wheat grown in our village, collected and processed by elf women. Pure quality, no pollution and no additives. Heartwarming little seller. This bag weighs 10 kilograms. It looks pretty good. Give me 1 ton. Customer service Leah. Okay, this customer. This will be shipped to you. In an elf village far away in another world. A plump and beautiful elf sister looked at her phone with a happy face. Finally, I'm doing business. After I make money, I can buy more materials to strengthen the defense line. Leah looked towards the outskirts of the village. Some female elves are carrying wood and reinforcing the surrounding area. Human activities are becoming more and more rampant, and slave traders often sneak into the elf forest to plunder young elf girls. As the head of the Platinum family, she must protect the village territory. Reinforcing defenses and deploying surveillance magic all cost money. I have accumulated a lot of wheat for this year's harvest, hoping to sell it at a good price on Wanji Taobao. Because Wanji Taobao's food sales are too deeply involved. 10 pounds of elf wheat can only be sold for 2 silver coins. This ton is 2,000 pounds. 2,000 kilograms can only be sold for 4 gold coins. All you earn is hard-earned money. But 4 gold coins can already buy a lot of materials to build a wall. By selling a few more tons, the village will be safer. Prevent the elf girls in the village from being snatched away by slave hunters. She picked up the phone. Customer service Leah. Dear, it has been shipped here. This is absolutely pure and pollution-free elf flour. The other side. Wang Yi paid 4 gold coins. Balance. 25 gold coins and 10 silver coins. As soon as he received the flour, Wang Yi stepped forward and smelled it. There is a wheat aroma mixed with milk aroma. The smell of elf flour is so fragrant that Wang Yi can't help but take a bite just by smelling it. He grabbed a little flour and put it in his mouth. Just like milk powder, the elf flour mixed with the aroma of wheat and milk melted in his mouth. Good guy. Cheap and delicious, guys. At this moment, the elf girl opened the door and reported, Employer. I hunted 23 more sharks. I brought back their souls and flesh. 23 sharks, each with 200 soul power. 4,600 combat power poured into Wang Yi's body, feeling comfortable. Combat power increase. 20,700 combat power. Obtain mutated shark meat. 138 pieces. Looking at his wooden box, there were 38 yuan left, making a total of 176 yuan. You can make a lot of money again. At this time, a voice sounded in my mind. The hunting competition has ended. Wang Yi, the first place, received Purple Treasure Box X5. Second place Chen Yizhou will receive Purple Treasure Box X2. The third place, Zhao Dezu, received Purple Treasure Box X1. The top 3 are basically from the Yan Kingdom, and it seems that those little Japanese have all run away. As soon as the game was over, people from all around gathered in rowing boats. They looked at Wang Yi's iron boat with envy. It's tall and big, giving people a sense of security. Chen Yizhou looked up and couldn't help but sigh. Wang Yi, this boat is awesome, not like our small boat. Yes, our wooden boat is driven with great fear. It may be attacked by a shark at any time. While everyone was watching, Wang Yi walked to the bow of the ship. Everyone, 1 bag of rice is exchanged for 5 pieces of fish, and 1 bag of flour is exchanged for 10 pieces of fish. Hurry up if you want to exchange. Everyone suddenly became excited. They all took out their fish and meat from the houseboat. This fish cannot be kept for too long, it must be replaced immediately. Chen Yizhou immediately shouted, Don't be crowded. Come one by one and change slowly in line. Wang Yi on the bow of the boat ordered, Sophia, come and help me remember. Good. At this time Sophia has discovered something. She saw the elven flour piled in the hold. Seeing this scene, Sophia pouted, Employer, what's going on? What's going on? Wang Yi asked knowingly, with a smirk on his face. Isn't that the elf flour produced in my hometown? The elf girl didn't know what to say for a moment. Really are. Did Wang Yi eavesdrop on her phone calls and then go to her hometown to buy flour? But she couldn't get angry either. The village needed money, and she couldn't blame Wang Yi for his kindness in buying their family's things. She could only carry the flour and walk out. Just like that, a temporary trading market opened. There are thousands of people, so you can imagine the amount of goods exchanged. However, Wang Yi and the elf girl were so powerful that no one dared to use any crooked ideas. And the fireman is also watching eagerly to help. Chen Yizhou looked around. Everyone, you have all seen Wang Yi's strength. Moreover, this kind of transaction requires integrity. If you dare to defraud, you will not be able to exchange for food in the future. Thousands of people all queued up obediently. After all, they didn't know each other, and they didn't know how many people there were at Wang Yi. And Wang Yi is making crazy money this time. 1 ton of elven flour can be exchanged for 2,000 pieces of shark meat. If you sell them all, that's 400 gold coins. Huge profits, huge profits. Collect the fish and meat and sell them to Taobao from all over the world. He made a few $100 million with this wave of blood. Wang Yi opened Wanji Mall and put all the purchased fish and meat on it. However, the expected explosion of sales did not happen. It's over, I stocked up too much and didn't sell it. When he put all the fish and meat on the shelves for Taobao in Wanji. However, no explosive sales occurred. Of the 2,176 pieces of fish, he only sold 394 pieces. This made Wang Yi puzzled for a moment. Is it because there is a purchase limit per person, so it can't be sold? He quickly changed it to unlimited purchase. Heartwarming little seller. Dear buyers, this batch of fish has been replenished and the purchase limit has been released. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, I've stocked up a lot. Although fish is delicious, it's impossible to eat it 3 times a day. Border Army General. It's delicious, but it's too expensive, my spending power is limited, and my wallet is empty. Seeing the reaction of the group of friends, Wang Yi slapped his head. I only thought about making money, but I didn't realize that I had too many goods that I couldn't sell. Young, still suffered the disadvantage of being young. If you leave it for too long, it will smell bad in a few days. Wang Yi's space wooden box does not have a freezing function. If you take in too much in one go, it will all rot in your own hands, but that's okay. Suddenly, a prompt popped up in the system. Dear Wanji Taobao seller, your exposure is insufficient. Do you want to spend 100 gold coins to increase the exposure of your store? Oh grass. So that's it. He has always wondered, Wanji Taobao doesn't charge any handling fees, how does it make money? Is this Wanji Taobao a charity? Help people in other worlds sell things for free. He didn't understand until now. If you want a steady stream of new customers, you need recommendations from Wanji Taobao. You have to rely on its push to get a steady stream of new customers to buy. After all, he replenished the goods several times a day, and the hundreds of buyers in the group would only be lucky if they could eat these 2,000 pieces of fish. But it hurts Wang Yi to spend 100 gold coins to advertise. He made less than 400 from selling these 2,000 pieces of fish, but he still had to give 100 gold coins to Wanji Taobao. At this moment, Wang Poppy's heart was bleeding. Is it worth spending a quarter of your income on advertising? Is there any other way? Just when he was racking his brains, thinking about how to save the money. You have received 28 positive reviews. Congratulations! Your store has received a total of 38 positive reviews and has been upgraded to a 2-star store. Congratulations to you warm-hearted little seller, your store has been upgraded to 2 stars, and you will be rewarded with 2-star promotion coupons and 120% off shopping coupon. Promotional coupon. Seeing this, Wang Yi's eyes began to twinkle with little stars. Whoring for free. There is nothing more exciting than having love for free. This promotional coupon is equivalent to 100 gold coins, and the store level improvement system will give you 2. Wang Yi said one word, cool. It turns out that the good reviews received improve the level of the store, not only increasing the exposure, but also giving some gifts. Click on the screen, use Star Promotion Coupon. Star Promotion Coupon used successfully. Your store will be pushed to 200,000 Wanji Taobao customers. 200,000. It sounds like a lot, but it is estimated that less than 1% of people will actually buy it. It's like watching ads in short videos before. When everyone watches a video, they swipe past ads when they see them. Although the system will push products of interest to everyone based on big data. But many people will collect it after reading it and will not buy it immediately. After the promotional coupon was used, Wang Yi's deep-sea snowflake shark meat was pushed to each user's mobile phone. At this time in every world, Coco, a girl in work clothes from Mining Star, is lying on the sofa browsing Taobao from all over the world. Latest push. In the warm-hearted little seller store you are following, deep-sea shark meat is on sale. Oh, the warm-hearted little seller sells fish. Let's go buy one and try it. Thinking that Wang Yi was taking such good care of her business, she would buy a copy and try it out. Another world. Platinum Village in the Elf Forest. The busty big sister is inspecting the village. The elf village sells various agricultural and sideline products, as well as some potions and props. Leah's cell phone suddenly vibrated while she was on patrol. Latest push. People you know, deep-sea shark meat is on sale. The warm-hearted little seller recommends it to you. The elf sister clicked in curiously and entered the group of buyers. I saw Wang Yi playing competition there. Warm-hearted little seller. Dear new customers. Parents of small sellers, you can make money by buying snowflake shark meat from the deep sea. It doesn't happen every day. Heartwarming little seller. 1 piece will whet your appetite. I said it's beautiful. 2 yuan will save your kidneys. Haha, it's still beautiful. 3 or 5 yuan will make your stomach look red. I guarantee that your little face will look red even though it's white. Okay, this guy sang about Palace Jade liquid wine in the group, right? Seeing what Wang Yi said made this always serious elf sister amused. This human being is really interesting to talk about. He is so good at marketing. After what Wang Yi said, she couldn't help but want to buy one. This is the art of language. Can people make impulse purchases? Thinking of this, Leah clicked Contact Seller. Leah, brother, I was attracted by your advertisement. Is it really that delicious? Heartwarming little seller. That's a must. Wang Yi was stunned when he saw the phone. Isn't this the elf girl, her mother? Hey, business is coming. But Wang Yi noticed it again. Leah, personal profile. Looking for a low-priced blacksmith. We need to strengthen a large number of weapons. The quantity is large. Is there a lower-priced blacksmith? Her profile says, need a blacksmith. Wang Yi turned his attention to the forging platform that had just been launched on his ship. It seems like you can develop a side business. Leah purchased a portion of deep-sea snowflake fish meat and has paid 10 silver coins. Please ship it as soon as possible. Seeing the other party buying meat, Wang Yi asked curiously. Heartwarming little seller. Sister, looking at your profile, do you need a blacksmith? Leah, well, do you have any blacksmiths you know who you can recommend? Heartwarming little seller. Do you think I can do it? Leah, you, sir, don't you sell fish? The elf sister was confused. When would this warm-hearted little seller be able to forge again? At this moment, Wang Yi was also curious about how his forging platform was. He came to the cabin, where there were wooden boxes and a forging table. Sophia, help me record the video. Oh, the elf girl picked up her phone. And Wang Yi came to the forging platform. At this time, the mobile phone was buzzing. It seemed that the advertisement was effective, and the snowflakes and fish were sold like crazy. However, he also wanted to develop a side job to see if he could be a blacksmith. Picking up the hammer on the forging table, Wang Yi placed his meteor staff on it. Meteor staff, golden legendary staff. It cannot be upgraded with ordinary forging stones, but requires boss crystals. Take out the crystal from killing King Shark before. Shark King Crystal. Shark King Crystal. Can upgrade weapons to enhance 3. Seeing this, Wang Yi picked up the hammer and brought it down. Clang. One sound. The blue crystal was directly smashed into pieces and turned into energy that was integrated into the meteor staff. Meteor staff strengthened +3 successfully. Meteor staff +1. The power of meteorite spells is increased by 50%, and the casting speed of meteorite spells is increased by 50%. Meteor staff +2. The power of meteorite spells is increased by 75%, and the casting speed of meteorite spells is increased by 75%. Meteor staff +3. The power of meteorite spells is increased by 100%, and the casting speed of meteorite spells is increased by 100%. Strengthen the 3-level staff to double its power. This is so refreshing. If I had known it, I would have strengthened the weapon quickly. Employer, your weapon strengthening skills are so awesome. The final word. The elf girl couldn't help but exclaimed. She has seen many blacksmiths, all kinds of forged weapons, and it takes many hammerings to fuse the weapons and materials together. And Wang Yi, strengthen with 1 hammer, 1-hit Superman. Just 1 hammer. And it worked. The meteor staff glowed with blue light, directly strengthening it by +3. This. The elf girl was so excited that she could not speak coherently. I will definitely save money to ask you to strengthen my weapons. I have gained a lot of experience and opened my eyes. The elf girl has never seen such clean and neat forging, 1 strike. No one will believe it. Ji Sao, don't get excited. Wang Yi pretended to lift her hair and signaled the elf girl not to make a fuss. In fact, he was laughing like a dog inside. From the words of the elf girl. It's troublesome for others to strengthen their weapons, but he only needs 1 hammer. Wouldn't it be a matter of minutes to help others strengthen their weapons? This forging bench is really easy to use. Even if you don't learn forging skills, you can easily strengthen and upgrade weapons. Send the video the elf girl recorded of herself to the elf sister Leah. Heartwarming little seller. Video. Beautiful sister, do you think my skills are okay? The other side. Leah looked at Wang Yi in the video and gave him a hammer. She was stunned when she saw the video of successfully strengthening the legendary staff with a hammer. Leah, your technique, you can strengthen it successfully with just one hammer. Your forging skills must be at the master level, right? Leah is shocked. That is a legendary staff. You must be very careful when strengthening it. If you make a mistake, this legendary staff may be destroyed. But Wang Yi hit it very confidently and strengthened the success. They don't know. This is the result of the system. But he mistakenly thought that Wang Yi was the forging master. Because only a master can strike with confidence and strengthen his success. Leah, master, do you charge a lot? I have limited funds and want to strengthen 100 bows. I will bring my own strengthening materials. Heartwarming little seller. It's easy to say, my charge is a little cheaper than the market price. You can quote me a price when the time comes, and I will help you strengthen it. Anyway, Wang Yi is responsible for hammering, zero cost, nothing. Leah, I'll get ready right now. Leah put down her phone happily. But now, she looked at her phone in confusion. It's strange. Why does the girl's voice in this video sound like my daughter? She listened to it several times. In the video, Sophia shouted, "Employer, your weapon strengthening technology is so awesome." The final word. When she heard this voice, why did she feel like her daughter? But Leah smiled again. How could my daughter know such a forging master? She should hurry up and prepare 100 bows and 100 forging stones. And the other side, Wang Yi saw that the video turned out well, and he shouted out among the buyers. Heartwarming little seller. Everyone. I not only sell fish and meat, but also manufacture and strengthen weapons. It's a little cheaper than the market price. If you want to bring your own materials to strengthen your weapons, I'll help you. But someone in the group stood up. Dwarf blacksmith. Ha, what a great tone, cheaper than the market price. Hey, is there anyone else who doesn't believe in evil? When people in other worlds want to strengthen their weapons, they naturally have to hone their weapons many times and be careful. But Wang Yi's forging platform can do it with one hammer. Dwarf blacksmith. Being a blacksmith is a hard job. You, a fish seller, just sell fish and meat honestly. Do you have to compete with us for business? Sir, are you kidding me? Heartwarming little seller. Why are you kidding? Dwarf blacksmith. I will strengthen a legendary weapon, 1 to 4, for a fee of 10 gold coins. It takes me days or even a week of hard work to create. How much do you charge? Heartwarming little seller. Strengthen legendary weapons. I only want 5 gold coins. The people in the buyer group suddenly became excited. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain. Huo. Cheaper than half the market price. Polar Lord. Ha, at your price, won't you lose money? Dwarf blacksmith. I think you are farting. I have never heard of such a low price for weapons that I have been building for decades. Strengthening legendary weapons from 1 to 4 is already the lowest level of work, but it is not cheap either. Wang Yi only charges 5 gold coins to strengthen a weapon, half of theirs. The dwarf blacksmith smiled. Heartwarming little seller. If you don't believe it, I'll show you the video. The video is proof. After seeing the video released by Wang Yi, everyone's eyes were opened. Successfully upgrade a legendary weapon with just one hammer. Heartwarming little seller. At Dwarf Blacksmith, what do you have to say? Dwarf Blacksmith. This is impossible. Corrupt follower. Can the video be faked? Dwarf Blacksmith. Yes. The video can be faked. You can successfully upgrade the weapon with just one hammer. I don't believe it. At this time, Wang Yi received a message. Leah, Master, I would like to ask you to help upgrade these 100 blue quality elf bows to +2. How much do you think the fee will be? Taking advantage of the popularity of the promotional coupons, Wang Yi decided not to stop doing anything but live broadcast. Warm-hearted little seller. I only charge half of the market price. Leah, the market price is 20 silver coins for strengthening 1 to 4 of this blue quality weapon. Heartwarming little seller. Okay, I'll just charge you 10 silver coins. He happened to be using Leah's bow to make the video. Leah, I'll send it right away. You have received a new order to process and strengthen 100 plus 1 elf bows, which will be strengthened to plus 2 in the future. You received 100 plus 1 elf bows and 100 second level forging stones from the client. Fortunately, the cabin of the iron ship is large enough to accommodate this large amount of stuff. It seems that after making money this time, I will have to expand my ship a little more. Wang Yi turned around and shouted, Sophia, help me start the live broadcast. Okay. The elf girl no longer has any complaints. Wang Yi gave her 5,000 combat power soul power, which already made her extremely happy. I hired her for 1 gold coin. Now the elf girl feels that she has really made a profit by following this employer. Pick up the phone and help Wang Yi start the live broadcast. This is Wang Yi's first live broadcast and his first appearance. Looking at the camera of his mobile phone, he picked up the hammer. Everyone. I took an order to strengthen 100 elf bows. Look at my hand speed. There are now more than 2,000 buyers in the group. They all came over to take a look out of curiosity. Inside the magic tower of another world, a message popped up on witch Lana's phone. The heartwarming little seller is doing a live broadcast. The witch frowned. What is he live streaming? Lana still feels that she is being played by Wang Yi, and is deeply impressed by this person. After all, he could learn magic in seconds, and Lana, as a witch, didn't believe it. When she clicked on it, the witch covered her mouth in surprise. So young. Last time I saw his back, I thought he was an uncle in his 40s or 50s. I didn't expect that he is so young and has such high magical attainments, but he just likes to lie to people, which is not good. The witch is still obsessed with the fact that Wang Yi lied to her about a magic book. At this time, in the live broadcast screen, Wang Yi picked up the +1 elf bow and placed the second level forging stone on it. Snapped. With one hammer blow, the forging stone was integrated into the elf bow. Another bow, another forging stone, bang. Another bow was successfully strengthened. This speed, looking at the machines on the assembly line made me cry. Accompanied by Wang Yi's rhythmic beating, witch Lana was stunned. He is manufacturing strengthened weapons. And it is still 100% successful, and so fast. Lana was shocked. Not only is this young human being very talented in magic, he is also a master forger. The witch was not the only one who was shocked. And the elf girl, her mother. Sister Leah covered her mouth with disbelief on her face, a handful per second. How did he do it? The buyer group also calls 666 directly. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, good technique. Quick, accurate and ruthless, even a layman like me gave it a thumbs up. Dwarf Blacksmith, being able to accurately integrate every piece of forging stone into a weapon. Your technique is something that a mortal like me will never be able to do in a lifetime. Sorry, I admit I'm trash. Sorry, I'm so short-sighted. Many people or laypeople, they said they didn't understand it, but they were shocked. Strengthen a weapon this second. You can earn 10 silver coins per second. Wang Yi, this is not a blacksmith, this is a money printing machine. Click and earn 10 silver coins. Those who heard it were sad, those who heard it shed tears, and the high-yielding sows lowered their heads in shame. After tapping for 100 times in a row, Wang Yi strengthened the 100 plus 1 elf bows to the +2 level in one breath without blushing or panting. Among the buyers, the dwarf blacksmith was already convinced. Dwarf blacksmith. Everyone is perfectly forged, and there will be no mistakes in 100. The forging skills of the small seller are so impressive that I am so impressed. It's over, there will be no business in the future. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, Pindao also wants to strengthen his weapons. In the room, Wang Yi patted the dust on his hands and looked at the phone screen with a smile. Everyone, this is the end of today's live broadcast. 100 bows have been strengthened. Each one costs 10 silver coins. This order costs nothing and earns 10 gold coins. It's really comfortable to make a small profit. After turning off the live broadcast, Wang Yi sent a message to the group. Heartwarming little seller. I don't have time to help you strengthen your weapons every day. If you want to buy quickly, please hurry up if you want to strengthen your weapons. I only accept high-end orders, or large quantities are also acceptable. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, I'll make an appointment. Polar Lord, I have placed an order. Sit back and wait for delivery. Corrupt follower, boss, please accept my respect. Wang Yi grinned. Taking advantage of the popularity of promotional coupons, he was able to make more money. It was a pleasure. He turned around and shipped back the 100 elven bows. Heartwarming little seller. 100 elf bows have been strengthened, please remember to give us a good review. Leah. I watched the live broadcast. Your forging skills are simply unparalleled. Watching Wang Yi forge is a real pleasure. The tapping speed is like printing coins, and the jingling sounds are really comfortable. 100 elven bows were returned to the Platinum Village in the Elf Forest. Leah inspected each bow with joy. Did she call the elf archers from the village? Everyone, I have upgraded everyone's elf bows to enhanced 2. Now we are more confident when fighting invaders. A group of young and beautiful elf girls gathered around and chatted non-stop. Clan leader, the cost of strengthening is very expensive. Chief, how much will this cost? Seeing everyone's curious faces, Leah smiled slightly. Only half price, 10 gold coins. Oh my god. The elven archers inspected the strengthened bows. No damage. Each one is very beautiful, and the craftsmanship is so strong. While she was happy, Elf sister didn't forget to tell her daughter. Leah, my daughter, guess how much it cost me to strengthen 100 plus 2 bows. The elf girl beside Wang Yi couldn't laugh or cry. She was the one who just took the photo with her mobile phone. Now that her mother insists on running over to ask her, she can only pretend to be stupid. Sophia, mother, how much will this cost? Leah, only 10 gold coins. Once the weapons in the village are upgraded, our Platinum Village will be much safer. Sophia, when will you go home? Go home. Now the elf girl has been staying with Wang Yi for a day and is reluctant to leave. After all, Wang Yi gave her 5,000 soul power for beating that Shark King last night. This is much faster than her experience in other worlds. Sophia, mother, I'm fine. Don't worry, I will go back when the time is up. After putting down the phone, the elf girl had complicated eyes. She looked at Wang Yi who was forging iron to strengthen his equipment. When the mercenary contract comes, she should be leaving, right? The employer's strength has improved rapidly, and it is estimated that she may not be needed in a while. Thinking of this, Sophia felt sad for some reason. Don't think about it anymore, we'll talk about the future later. And his eyes returned to Wang Yi. He just took a few big orders. The Master of Longhu Mountain and the Polar Lord. Lift the hammer head, bang. Dragon and Tiger Sword strengthened successfully, Dragon and Tiger Sword +5. Frost Sword strengthened successfully, Frost Sword +5. Rotten Great Sword strengthened successfully, Rotten Great Sword +4. For these 3 weapons, Wang Yi charged half the market price. Those with +5 will receive 200 gold, and those with +4 will receive 100 gold. Take 3 orders. He earned a full 500 gold coins. He won't accept small ones unless the quantity is large. Coupled with the money he earned from selling fish and meat, Wang Yi opened Wanji Taobao and checked the balance. Balance: 460 gold and 20 silver coins. Longhushan Old Road confirms receipt of goods. Polar Lord confirms receipt. Rotten Follower confirms receipt. Receipt: 200 plus 200 plus 100 gold coins. Balance: 960 gold and 20 silver coins. Comfortable. His gold coins suddenly exceeded 4 digits. With small money, desires will expand. He wanted to build a big ship, a safer ship. It would be better to farm or something like that. By the way, I also got 5 treasure chests from the shark hunting game before. Let's open these purple treasure chests first. Turn around and come to the warehouse. Wang Yi opened all 5 purple treasure boxes in one breath. Open the purple treasure box and obtain the combat skill, Phantom Footwork. Open the purple treasure chest and get the magic seeds. Open the purple treasure chest and get the magic knight set. Open the purple treasure box and get the ship accessories, ghost ship accessories. Open the purple treasure chest and get the key to Skull Island. Skull Island, ghost ship accessories. Where is Skull Island? Chapter 21. I quickly checked the introduction of accessories. Ghost ship accessories can be equipped to your ship. After use, it will form a layer of magic, making it difficult for people 1 kilometer away to see your ship. Oh, equip now. According to the instructions, Wang Yi inserted this ghost ship accessory in the middle. A flash of ripples was seen, and the entire ship became translucent. until the entire hull becomes transparent. The ghost ship accessory is in effect. It will be difficult for people from a kilometer away to spot your ship. The entire ship turned back into reality and he, Wang Yi, could see it from close range. But people who are far away can't seem to see it. Zoom out and focus on the firemen and the others. Firefighter Chen Yizhou looked at the food exchanged from Wang Yi with joy. Rice and flour, now you have a good meal. Fish expires easily, and rice seems to them to be less expensive if replaced. Brother Chen, why did Wang Yi's ship disappear? A boy shouted and pointed to the location of the iron ship just now. It was already past 7 in the morning and the sun had already risen. Chen Yizhou looked in the direction pointed by his younger brother. It's strange. Wang Yi's ship was a few kilometers away from us just now. Why did it disappear all of a sudden? Seeing that there was nothing on the sea level, he couldn't help but sigh. The things gods do are mysterious. The dragon can see its head but not its tail. In his heart, he felt more and more admiration for Wang Yi's strength. In fact, if they look carefully they can see a transparent shadow. But when the sun shines on the sea, it is sometimes difficult to find the transparent shadow. Ghost ship accessories are not completely invisible. But this almost invisible state is already quite impressive. In order to test the effect, Wang Yi sent a message. Wang Yi, goodbye, fireman. Chen Yizhou, your boat is too fast, and it disappears in an instant. Seeing this message, Wang Yi was certain that the ship was in stealth mode. He could see it, but no one a kilometer away could see it. Having the ghost ship accessories will indeed give him a lot of peace of mind, at least he won't be afraid of being stared at or attacked by others. He looked at another thing, Skull Island Key. Said to be a key, it is actually a stone slab. Skull Island Key. The location of Skull Island is recorded on the stone slab. Follow the guidance of the light to find the treasure of Skull Island. Light. He picked up the slate and took a look. There is an arrow on it pointing east. You should be able to find Skull Island by facing east. Okay, let's go take a look first. Pick up your phone to control the thrusters. The propeller at the rear began to turn the iron ship around, heading towards unknown waters. The other is the Magic Night set. He quite liked it. This Magic Night set is made of mithril, purple quality. It is very light to wear on the body, probably because mithril is very light. And this set not only protects against swords, but also protects against magic. After Wang Yi put the armor on, he smiled and asked, how about it, Sophia, am I handsome? Look at Wang Yi wearing silver armor with a blue cloak. Sophia's heart palpitated inexplicably. I have to say that people rely on clothes. After putting on the Magic Night suit, Wang Yi's whole temperament improved a lot. Blushing, she said harshly, just like that. The armor looks good, just like a human being. Wang Yi raised his eyebrows. Oh, is it just so? Why are you blushing? No, I didn't blush. I went to stand guard. The elf girl made an excuse and rushed out of the door. Leaning against the door, she covered her heart that was beating wildly, her heart pounding wildly. This employer is really, it made her feel ashamed and angry. Could it be that she has feelings for this human being? Impossible, absolutely impossible. As an elf, how could she fall in love with a human? Absolutely impossible. Sophia slapped her face with both hands to wake herself up. Inside the house, Wang Yi picked up the phone and took a look at it narcissistically. This Magic Night armor is so handsome. I hold a staff in my left hand and a sword in my right hand, so I can act as a melee mage. Talk about it. He belongs to the profession of useless person. Now that I have only learned magic, I still need to do some close combat to defend myself, right? This phantom has good footwork, allowing him to dodge instantly and consumes 100 mana, which is equivalent to a small teleportation. He more or less wanted to develop some melee skills. Thinking about it, by the way, that Polar Lord. The Polar Lord who had just asked him to help forge and upgrade weapons looked wealthy. I just happened to see what treasures he had for sale. Heartwarming little seller. Boss, are you an ice mage? Lord of the Polar Regions. I am not a mage, I am an ice magic swordsman. Magic swordsman. Interesting. Heartwarming little seller. Does it have freezing skills? I want to learn some self-defense skills, do you have any recommendations? Polar Lord. Hey, then you really found the right person. The Polar Lord recommends to you Ice Shield, Frost Combat Skills, Ice on the Ground. Lord of the Polar Regions, Your Excellency, our ice-based swordsmanship has extremely high damage. It can also freeze enemies, slow them down, and kill people in a large area. Buy my magic sword art, buy 2 and get 1 free. Heartwarming little seller. How much do these 3 sets of magic sword skills cost? Polar Lord, 200 gold coins. All are 3rd level skills, which are very suitable for you, little seller. How does the other party know that he has level 3 strength? Oh, it turns out that Wangji Taobao will mark his strength. Looking at the strength of the Polar Lord, it shows that he is at the 5th level. Level 3 skills are a bit expensive. Polar Lord, these 3 sets of skills are a whole, and I highly recommend them. Heartwarming little seller. It's good, but a bit expensive. Lord of the Polar Regions. Well, you made it a lot cheaper when you helped me forge weapons. I will also give you a discount, take away 150 gold coins. Heartwarming little seller. The boss is so happy, I've placed an order. Lord of the Polar Regions. Read these 3 sets of books carefully. If you don't understand anything, ask me. I guarantee that you will learn it within a month. Hey, a month? Wang Yi can be learned as soon as you get it. Pay 150 gold coins. Balance, 810 gold coins and 30 silver coins. Your Ice Shield Frost Combat Skill Ice on the Ground has been delivered. When Wang Yi got the 3 books, a reminder came to his mind. Ding! A complete set of purple quality ice magic sword techniques has been detected. Do you want to fuse them? Can it still be integrated? Fusion. Ice Shield Frost Combat Skills Ice Stepping on the Ground. Fusion. You have obtained the legendary combat skill, Frost Fighting Spirit. Frost Do Chi. Use Frost Do Chi freely to protect any part of the body, and to attack from any part. Oh, Wang Yi raised his hand curiously, and his hand instantly condensed a layer of blue ice. This is equivalent to an extra layer of armor. Turning. I saw his arm suddenly turned into a sharp ice blade. Feet are freezing. He is Qinggonggying. Not only can it protect the body, but it can also turn any part of the body into a weapon. Awesome. At this time, the phone vibrated several times. Polar Lord, how are my 3 skill books okay? Excellent value for money. Heartwarming little seller. Not bad, I fused it and turned it into Frost Fighting Spirit. Polar Lord, what? Heartwarming little seller. Let me take a picture and show it to you. Wang Yi picked up his phone and took a selfie. Send the video of yourself using Frost Fighting energy flexibly to the other party. The other side. In the Frost Castle, the Polar Lord stared at the magic mirror in stunned silence. He doesn't like using small and exquisite mobile phones, so he built a whole mirror as a touch screen. Looking in the mirror, Wang Yi freely controls Frost Do Chi. The Polar Lord was dumbfounded. Polar Lord, you learned it in a few minutes and then fused it. Heartwarming little seller. What's wrong? Seeing this news was like a bolt from the blue to the Polar Lord. He has studied Frost Do Chi for so many years, but he has never been able to integrate it as freely as Wang Yi. All these years of living in vain. The heartwarming little seller in the video is just a human boy in his 20s. He is only at level 3. It's just the 3rd level of combat power. After getting 3 skill books, he learned it in a few minutes and merged the 3 books into Frost Fighting Spirit. The Polar Lord found it difficult to even breathe. Lord of the Polar Regions. Although your combat power is weaker than mine, but you are simply a genius. Can you let me become your teacher? At this moment, there was a sudden strange noise in Wang Yi's boat. He quickly put down his phone and did not reply to the message. The Polar Lord saw that Wang Yi did not reply to the message. He is directly in the group at Warm-Hearted Buyer Group. Lord of the Polar Regions. Everyone, I have an announcement. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain. Do you want to declare 10? Are you stupid? Lord of the Polar Regions. I want to learn from the heartwarming little seller. Corrupt follower. Are you out of your mind? You are at the 5th level of strength and he is at the 3rd level. Do you want to worship him as your master? Lord of the Polar Regions. Let me tell you, I gave him 3 skill books, purple quality ones. He directly synthesized my frost skills into Frost Fighting Spirit. I have been learning it for decades without success. Old Taoist from Longhu Mountain, is this really true? Infinite Heavenly Lord, is this warm-hearted little seller a martial arts wizard? Corrupt follower, do you still have this ability? I also know a little bit about combat skills. It should be difficult to combine purple quality skills into legendary ones, right? Which Lana? It's so difficult. The birth of every legendary skill is rare. How could he? In the magic tower, Lana was also alarmed by the people in the group. The witch girl looked at her phone, and she couldn't help but doubt Wang Yi's strength. Has he really integrated legendary combat skills? Why do I feel like this polar lord is like a fool? For this suspicious witch, she made 3 conclusions. Don't spread rumors, don't believe rumors, and don't spread rumors. And there was a lot of quarrel in the group. Where is the person involved? Wang Yi. On the bow of the iron ship. Wang Yi holds the slate to Skull Island. Looking ahead, there is a huge fog door. At this time, a text appeared on the stone slab. Hold the stone slab high, and the door will open for you. Is that so? He raised the stone slab with both hands and saw the translucent portal beginning to emerge. The fog dissipated, and a huge sea portal leading to Skull Island emerged. Even a giant ship of 10,000 tons can pass through this huge gate. Skull Island. Wang Yi took a deep breath. Go into the portal and take a look. You are about to go to the waters of Skull Island. When Wang Yi walked through the fog door, he found that he had appeared in a sea full of fog. You have entered the Sea of Mist. There was fog everywhere and visibility was less than 100 meters. I don't know where this is. Wang Yi looked around and saw nothing. I didn't see any Skull Island. Instead, another line of words appeared on the slate. Skull Island is hidden in the foggy sea, and the treasure of the golden pirate Gerda is buried inside. Only the castaways who defeat the skeleton ship in the Sea of Mist are eligible to embark on the journey to find Skull Island. Number of drifters in the Sea of Mist, 1852. Sea of Mist chat channel. Lu Sang, Yangguo District. Is there anyone new here? Which country? Jack from North America. People from North America add a friend and come and gather. Japanese district Hikawa Okasaka. The new guy, is he from Japan? Come and form a team. Eurozone Matilda. This skeleton ship is too strong, and the monsters on it are all level 2 or above. Park Jae-hee, Hangguo District. But the soul power given here is also large, and the upgrade is very fast. I saw the dense chat history on my phone. Only then did Wang Yi realize that he was not the first person to step into this Sea of Mist. How much soul power does killing monsters give? Then don't the other people who came before him have very high combat prowess? He was busy doing business today to make money, and the other drifters didn't know how long they had been here. However, judging from their current chat records, they should not have found the location of Skull Island yet. Wang Yi didn't say anything. He planned to see the situation first before considering whether to form a team with others. The current situation is unclear, so we will wait and see. When teaming up with others, you have to share your soul power with them. How can Wang Yi, with his Jobapi character, be allowed to have love for free? The only reason is that he prostituted others for free. Driving the iron ship, he carefully navigated the misty sea. Suddenly, a paragraph appeared on the public channel. Park Jae-hee, Hangguo District. Come on, Axie. I spawned an elite pirate ship here. Everyone, come quickly. Park Jae-hee sends positioning coordinates. Elite pirate ship. This Han countryman is so kind in giving out his location, are you sure he's not cheating? If it's not a scam, then it's a possibility. This pirate ship is so strong that the Han people can't eat it. But he, Wang Yi, has a semi-invisible ghost ship accessory, so he can run over and take a look quietly. In that case, why not go? Sophia, get ready to fight, I'm going to see what's going on over there. Good. Follow the opponent's position, in the northeast direction. While heading northeast, Wang Yi saw many boats appearing one after another on the road. The drifters in this foggy sea are obviously much stronger. Their boats were all very large, and some were even covered with a layer of iron. Upgraded to an ironbark wooden boat. However, a pure iron ship like his has not yet been seen. And there is another feature, they all fly flags. There are dragon flags, stars and stripes flags, chrysanthemum flags, bagua flags, and blue star flags. People from all regions have obviously formed gangs and are united in this sea of fog. This is impossible without teamwork. People who are alone are easily targeted, and they are obviously much safer if they have someone to protect them. But Wang Yi didn't want to appear in their field of vision too early, so he borrowed mist and ghost ship accessories. Quietly following the fleet. Soon, hundreds of ships were divided into groups of forces and parked not far away. There are the most ships flying the dragon flag, after all, that's where the population is. The Stars and Stripes banner, the chrysanthemum flag, the Bagua flag, and the star flag have relatively few people. After these people form an alliance, they can still compete with the dragon flag. In addition, other green flags of various kinds are gathered together. The scene was divided into 3 major forces, all separated by a safe distance from each other. And Park Jae-hee, a Hangguo native who had tipped off the news, was driving a boat towards the people on the other side of the Stars and Stripes. In front of hundreds of ships of various sizes is a skeleton pirate ship flying a pirate flag. Both sides glared at each other and were on guard against each other. No one dared to attack the pirate ship rashly. They are all afraid of the mantis stalking the cicada and the oriole behind. But no one takes action when they meet. Because there is no profit from killing other drifters, the most is to steal the things on his boat. The risk is high and the return is small. Both sides fought hard, but both sides suffered losses, but gained nothing. So at this moment, a group of people are quite calm. On the other side of the ship flying the dragon flag, the flagship is a 20-meter-long iron and wooden ship. Lu Sang stood in front, staring at the people opposite the Stars and Stripes banner, the chrysanthemum flag, and the Bagua flag. The North American brother is leading a group of dogs. It's not easy to handle. The younger brother ran over and said, "Brother Lu, there are still more of us than them. How about brothers go up and stop them? Brother Lu, will you take people to capture that pirate ship?" Overall, the population is here. People from the Yan Kingdom have the largest fleet. Don't be impulsive. There is another group of people. I don't know if they will unite with the people in North America. Lu Sang sighed. We have to find a way to negotiate and see if we can unite them to attack this pirate ship. At this time Lu Sang picked up the phone. Lu Sang, Yangguo District, how about cooperation? Jack from North America. That's what I meant, take down this ship, the soul power will be divided equally, and the equipment will be divided equally. Lu Sang from Yangguo District. No, there are many of us and we will share the loss equally. I am 7 and you are 3. Jack from North America. I only accept 50 to 50. Either it's an equal score, or no one wants to fight this ship. The two sides reached a stalemate, trying to seize the skeleton pirate ship, with no one letting the other. But while they were still arguing in the chat channel, a silver iron ship crashed into the pirate ship. This Wang Yi. It's better to strike first. When the two sides are at a stalemate. Wang Yi saw an opportunity. They were all watching from a distance, looking at the skeleton pirate ship. Since they don't fight, then I'll fight him. And Wang Yi's style of play is also very simple, hit. Hit the fool. He first used transparent invisibility to avoid other drifters. After coming to the side, Wang Yi pressed his big hand on the tie rod behind the engine. Push hard. Push from first gear to fifth gear. The thrusters are at full power. The propeller as big as a water tank spurted out scarlet flames. The elf girl next to her was stunned for a moment. Employer, what are you doing? Wang Yi grinned. What are you doing? Of course you want to fight it. The 10-meter iron ship roared towards the pirate ship. In full view of everyone, it crashed into the pirate ship with a loud bang. A huge gap was opened in the belly of the wooden pirate ship by Wang Yi's ship. The entire pirate ship leaked water instantly and half of it sank to the bottom of the sea. Boom. On impact, the ship shook violently. The elf girl hugged Wang Yi subconsciously. He quickly stretched out his hand to support the elf girl. Are you okay? Isn't it stinging from the collision? Employer, you are crazy. Can you tell me before you act in the future? It's too scary. She blushed and pushed him away. Ashamed and angry. What makes her angry is that Wang Yi never tells her before taking action. But soon, the elf girl couldn't get angry at all. You will even be grateful to Wang Yi. You used an iron ship to hit and sank the skeleton ghost ship. The skeletons on the ship died as the skeleton ship sank. Kill 40 pirate skeletons and 1 island skeleton captain. I saw the skeleton pirate ship sinking into the sea, and the drowned skeleton island began to melt and die. The souls imprisoned on the pirate ship began to break and dissipate. You and your followers will receive a total of 50,000 soul power, and each of you will receive 25,000. A force surged into Wang Yi's body. Combat power increase. 45,700 combat power. And the elf girl also received 25,000 for no reason. Maybe it was because he used his boat to attack the skeleton pirate ship, and the soul power was equally divided between Wang Yi and the elf girl. The elf girl was stunned. Employer. Why did I suddenly increase my combat power by 25,000? Who just said I was crazy? Wang Yi grinned and looked at the shocked elf girl. But she couldn't care about anything else. She was so excited that she hugged Wang Yi and said, "Thank you, employer." She was so excited that she couldn't speak incoherently and didn't know how to thank Wang Yi. Actually, if the system hadn't forced equal division, Wang Yi would have definitely swallowed up these soul powers. There is no way, the system defaults to equal shares. Perhaps it is a characteristic of the Sea of Mist that the soul power is equally divided among the people in the team. This Sophia's combat power suddenly increased from 50,000 to 75,000. The combat power has increased by 50%. Could she be unhappy? Almost crazy with joy. She has been practicing in another world for a long time, and her combat power increases by hundreds of points every day. At Wang Yi, the price increased by 30,000 yuan in one day. Who would believe it? Really, she does it for free. This bodyguard job is simply amazing. At this time, the pirate ship that sank to the bottom of the sea turned into ashes. Everything flows to Wang Yi's boat. Get Bones X80. Get the pirate captain's scimitar, blue quality. Get a copy of the Skull Island treasure map. Notice from the Sea of Mist. A drifter has obtained the treasure map leading to Skull Island. Hearing this, the drifters who were still in a daze and shocked suddenly woke up. Park Jae-hee, a native of the Han Kingdom, roared, "Someone stole our monster. Iron ship. That man actually has an iron ship. Don't let him escape, take him down first." Saw other boats coming around. Wang Yi sneered. Even their wooden boats, which relied on oars and sails, wanted to catch up with him. Starting the thrusters, Wang Yi easily got rid of them in just a few minutes. A group of drifters were left cursing and cursing. They waited for a long time, but Wang Yi snatched it away. Picking up the treasure map, he grinned, "Pirate's gold. It may be useless to others, but it is of great use to me." Everyone else went there for the equipment on the island. What he wants is the gold on the island. If this gold is exchanged for Taobao gold coins from all realms, he can take off directly. After easily getting rid of other pursuers, Wang Yi picked up the treasure map and took a look. There is a cursor and you can follow the cursor in the right direction to Skull Island. Come on, Sophia, let's go find the pirate's gold. The elf girl, who has tasted the sweetness, can't wait to fight Wang Yi. This is simply more enjoyable than smoking. The experience speed in other worlds is too slow. Following Wang Yi, she may be able to break through to the 4th level. Even broke through the 5th level. When she thought of this, the elf girl clenched the bow in her hand, feeling uncontrollably excited. Think about it, I disliked him a day ago, and now she would never let her leave Wang Yi. After several hours of sailing, the iron ship arrived at Skull Island as indicated on the map. But when Wang Yi saw Skull Island, he suddenly frowned. On the island, a walled city armed to the teeth with siege crossbows and cannons. There are also a large number of gunpowder barrel mines placed near the island. Any ship that dares to approach may be blown into ashes. Around the island, a large number of skeleton pirate ships are patrolling. How do you get in here? Suddenly, a bold idea appeared in Wang Yi's mind. He looked at the elf girl. Sophia, there is something I want you to do for me. This Skull Island cannot be conquered by Wang Yi alone. Just look at those mines on the sea. Behind the mines there are giant ballistae and artillery. There are dozens of skeleton pirate ships wandering around. Even if Wang Yi is a pure iron warship, a layer of skin will fall off when entering. He didn't know what was going on inside. Even if he rushed in, he would still have to face the siege of more than a dozen skeleton pirate ships when he came back. I don't know what's going on the island, and I don't know what boss there is. It is very dangerous to enter rashly. But at this time, Wang Yi had a bold idea. Let other drifters go in and explore the path for him. He can't do it if he cheats his own people. But Yan Guo is not alone in this sea of mist. Isn't there still the Star-Spangled Banner? He looked at Sophia, blonde. As long as Sophia puts on her hood and scarf, others won't be able to tell that she is an elf. But her blonde hair and blue eyes would make people mistake her for a foreigner. In this way, a plan emerged in Wang Yi's mind. Sophia, let me tell you something. After briefly telling Sophia the plan, she looked at Wang Yi in surprise. As expected of you, only you can think of it. At this time the iron ship turned around and went back. Where to go? Go find other castaways. It's not difficult to find them. You should be able to find them by retracing your steps. Also those with more people are easier to find. After another period of sailing. No, on the foggy sea, Wang Yi saw dozens of lights on the opposite side. Looking closer, there are stars and stripes, chrysanthemum flags and bagua flags hanging. It's the Star-Spangled Banner. Sophia, come on. Let Sophia stand on the bow of the boat, and she confidently made an okay gesture to Wang Yi. Wang Yi turned off the ghost ship's stealth accessories, and the other party immediately saw a black figure in the fog. Hikawa Okasaka squinted his eyes and looked into the distance. Report. A ship was spotted in the distance. Boss, that's the iron ship that robbed our pirate ship before. Park Jae-hee shouted hurriedly, fearing that others would not know. Jack, the leader of the Star-Spangled Banner Alliance, looked gloomy. He waved his hand. Surround that ship. Suddenly, more than 60 wooden boats surrounded Wang Yi's iron boat. They were armed with bows and arrows, staffs, swords and guns. All aimed at the iron ship, ready to launch an attack at any time. And this time, the girl who wrapped herself tightly with only her eyes and golden hair exposed came out. The girl spoke pure American English as soon as she spoke. Everyone, I'm here to cooperate with you with a map. Cooperate. When Jack heard the girl speaking with a pure American accent, he suddenly relaxed his guard. It turns out he's one of our own. He raised the corners of his mouth and looked up and down at the petite masked blonde girl. Girl, what happened to you just now? Also, how did you make this iron ship? Where did you get so much iron? The elf girl replied calmly. We have to hurry up now and I will take you to Skull Island. There were too many people in Yangguo district just now, so it is not convenient for me to talk to you too much. When Hikawa Okasaka heard this, he immediately clapped his hands and exclaimed, so that's it. You are afraid that we will be targeted by people from Yangguo district, and that they will steal the treasure with us. This lady's courage and calculation are really high. Park Jae-hee also followed suit. The main reason is that the blonde girl looks powerful and has an iron ship. If you have a good relationship with the blonde girl, well, these people are all fantasizing about falling in love at first sight with this mysterious blonde girl. Although the blonde girl's face cannot be seen, she has this figure and this voice. Everyone concluded that she was definitely a beauty. He was probably afraid that his outstanding appearance would attract unscrupulous people. It looked like the blonde girl was alone, and she spoke pure American English. Being a beautiful girl and being alone made all of them lower their guard. Jack smiled and said, Girl, let's make a friend. Sophia coughed dryly. Ahem. Time is urgent, you'd better come with me quickly to avoid being targeted by people from Yangguo district. Yes, leader, let's go to Skull Island first. Yes, there may be ships from the Yan Kingdom nearby, let's go first. Everyone lost their minds because of the beauty. He was even attracted by the treasures on Skull Island. Jack had no choice but to say, Everyone, listen up, follow her. Go to Skull Island. Wang Yi, who was hiding in the boat, raised his lips, and the group took the bait. J-bugs go to the brain, right? Seeing that Sophia was alone and a cute girl, I immediately became gullible. As for why Sophia speaks pure American English, this is not simple. Wanji Taobao basically sends a language gift package to everyone. Even Wang Yi can now switch to any language freely. It's just that his appearance as a Yangguo person is too obvious, otherwise he would have come out to deceive him. This group of people was deceived by Wang Yi to go to Skull Island. The fleet set off in great force, and the 30-meter-long iron wooden boat was their flagship. Jack, Hikawa Okasaka, and Park Jae-hee were all gathered above. Hikawa Okasaka couldn't help but giggle. That blonde girl is so kawaii. Jack slammed the table suddenly. Shut up. I've fallen in love with that woman. Are you too crooked enough to be worthy? The blonde man had murderous intent in his eyes, and he already regarded Sophia as his property, and no one else was allowed to touch her. Hikawa Okasaka and Park Jae-hee immediately nodded and bowed, but how could they be convinced? He looked at Jack more or less unhappily. This group of people started to play tricks, but they didn't know that they were being led by Wang Yi to a death channel. Jack fell in love with the petite blonde girl at first sight. Moreover, the other party spoke American English, which immediately made the strong man fall in love with her voice. Sounds good. And look at these two trashes around me. One was short in stature and had a sinister face. One has a big face and narrow eyes. Hinakawa Okasaka and Park Jae-hee were only worthy of being Jack's dogs. That blonde girl, can these two losers defile her? That is the goddess in his mind. These two ugly monsters only deserve to be killed. Although the two sides are allies, the boss is still the tall and powerful Jack. He looked down on these Japanese and Han people from the bottom of his heart. In Jack's eyes, these younger brothers are just cannon fodder and can be sacrificed at any time. Jack's real people are those with blonde hair and blue eyes of the same race. Not these wretched cannon fodder. From the beginning, he never regarded people like Rikawa Okasaka and Park Jae-hee as his own family. More than 60 ships followed the iron ship. Soon we arrived at the heavily guarded Skull Island. Jack frowned when he saw the terrifying defenses on Skull Island. Giant ballistae, artillery, how to get through this? Nani, there are still mines. If this passes, there will be heavy casualties. The two younger brothers looked ahead in panic. Jack gasped. Inside the iron ship, Wang Yi hid in a dark corner and looked at the people outside. He grinned with a strange smile. Sophia, watch your performance and do as I teach you. Clear, she came to the stern. Brother, why did you stop? Jack pointed forward. That's not a fight. Brother, isn't it? Is this difficult to fight? With so many of you, you can't take down Skull Island. Sophia showed an expression of disbelief, which made everyone feel embarrassed. At this time, Sophia hooked her fingers at Jack. Jack ran to the bow of the boat. Brother, can you do it? If not, I will go find someone from the Yan Kingdom to cooperate. As soon as these words came out, Jack was stimulated. As a macho guy, he glared angrily. Why not? It has to be okay even if it doesn't work. Jack's mind began to spin. He looked at Rikawa Okasaka and Park Jae-hee with cold eyes. Let your people charge and clear the mines. My team will destroy those ballistas and cannons. Hearing this sentence, Hikawa Okasaka began to stutter. Leader, we. Park Jae-hee also shouted excitedly, that's too dangerous. What are you talking nonsense about? We'll take down Skull Island and we'll share everything equally. You'll be responsible for defusing the mines, and we'll go take down Skull Island. Any questions? Anyone with a discerning eye knows that the first to go is the first to die. And if these people die, the more they die, the less they will receive later. If there is one less person to share things with, is there any need to talk about it? If you don't go, there will be consequences at your own risk. Jack showed his strength. Jack, level 3, combat strength, 49,000. Facing Jack's threat, cold sweat broke out on their foreheads. The two battle axes in his hands were no joke. Okay, let's go. Hikawa Okasaka was scolding her a lot, but there was nothing she could do. After all, it was his younger brother who died, and he didn't have to go to the front to fight. People from the Japanese and cold regions, listen up, go ahead and clear mines. Hearing this, the younger brothers looked confused. Hikawa-san, shall we go to clear mines? Boss Park, are you kidding me? Hikawa Okasaka and Park Jae-hee said in unison, go quickly. Whoever doesn't go will die. These two wastes. He didn't dare to get angry with Jack, so he could only take out his anger on his subordinates. He is quite a loser and has quite a bad temper. Inside the iron boat, Wang Yi was already laughing secretly. This group of people had obviously started fighting among themselves, but because Jack's side was the strongest, they did not dare to resist. These people can only serve as cannon fodder for Jack and the others. What a show, what a show. After the intrigue between the dog and its owner failed, they had no choice but to bite the bullet and die. They begin to storm Skull Island's defenses. And Wang Yi is not idle either. He wants to prepare for the next thing. Click on Boat Home System. He looked at the upgrade-related information. Boat Home System. Expand the hull, increase defense, add firepower. Click on Add Defense and take a look. Add Magic Shield. Oh, Magic Shield. After clicking in, Wang Yi was a little disappointed. You lack the magic core and cannot install a magic shield. We have to find a way to add some modifications to the hull. I will definitely go to the island later, and I have to find a way to hide the boat, lest I lose it and the boat is stolen by others. It all needs to be well thought out. Consider building a small boat to land on the island and hiding your own boat. Just when Wang Yi was thinking about the problem, there was a lot of fighting outside. Ding dong. Wanji Taobao is ringing. Leah. Little seller. There is something I want to ask you for, I can pay for it. The elf girl's mother. Want to ask him for something. Heartwarming little seller. If I can help with anything, I'll do my best. Leah. I need to let some girls take refuge at your place. What? Take in elf girls. Heartwarming little seller. What are their strengths? Leah. These children are only at level 2 to 3. I hope you can take them in. The situation here is very bad. Heartwarming little seller. How many? Leah. About 120 elf girls. Are they all girls? I'll take it. It's not Wang Yi, but what if there were 120 more elf girls on the ship? If they stay on the boat, wouldn't they be able to help him watch the boat? Heartwarming little seller. Send them all over. Free admission. I don't know what happened to the elves. But he would not let go of such a good thing as 120 more elven archers coming out of thin air. Leah. Thank you. I don't know how to thank you enough for taking in these children. Wang Yi is also curious, what happened to the elves? Heartwarming little seller. What's wrong with you? Leah. A group of humans have invaded our forest. These young elves are relatively weak and it is not convenient for them to move with us. Leah's meaning is also very simple. They are strong and can fight and retreat at the same time. It is inconvenient to move around with these young elves. Heartwarming little seller. War. Can you guys handle that? Leah. It's okay. As long as these children are sent to a safe place, we can easily repel the enemy within a few days. Oh, how many days will 120 elf girls be left here for foster care? It's not impossible. 120 little elf girls. Well, Wang Yi also has selfish motives and has his own ideas. But he ensured that nothing would happen to these children. Heartwarming little seller. Okay, I'll prepare it. He wants to expand and upgrade his ship. Just look at Skull Island, where people from the Chrysanthemum flag and the Bagua flag are working hard to clear the mines. Jack and the others are using magic and bows and arrows to destroy the ballista on Skull Island. Fires were rising on the sea, and the battle was fiercely underway. Let this group of people work hard while Wang Yi's boat stopped 1 kilometer away, turned on the stealth mode and chose to watch the battle. Make sure you are safe. He can safely check for upgrades. Boat Home System. Expanded hull. Optional for next level. Turtle ship. Turtle ship. The hull is covered with thick iron plates, and shooting holes are open throughout the oval hull. When the iron plates are removed, the drifters can hide behind the gaps and release long-range attacks. Defensive. Can withstand multiple attacks from levels 3 to 4. Length. 50 meters. Width. 25 meters. Third floor. Upgrade materials required. 185 tons of iron wood floors can be added to the interior decoration optional. Seeing this, Wang Yi immediately picked up his mobile phone and contacted the mine. Heartwarming little seller. Boss, bring me 185 tons of iron. Customer service Coco. Wow. You are the boss. Big order, big order. It's only been half a day. Wang Yi just bought 10 tons, and now he has increased the order to 185 tons. The sudden happiness made this girl in work clothes who ran a small mine almost faint from happiness. You know, when buying iron ore on Wanji Taobao, many people choose to buy it from Terra Group. Her Taobao store has been operating in obscurity for so long. In fact, in terms of quality, the iron she provides is not bad at all. It's just that her mine is small and the daily output is small, and there is no way to meet the output of tens of thousands of tons. Moreover, her store only has 1 star and has little exposure. Few people can search for her store. Wang Yi's consumption was just small enough, so she could eat it all. Only this time Wang Yi bought 185 tons in one go, and Coco began to fall into deep thought. How about promoting our special steel to him? She plucked up the courage and picked up her phone to sell Wang Yi her high-end products. Customer service Coco. Small seller, are you buying these for shipbuilding? For combat. Heartwarming little seller. Yes, my world is quite dangerous. There are sea monsters, skeleton ships and so on. Customer service Coco. I have a special steel here that can withstand level 5 attacks, and the price is not expensive. Do you want it? Can withstand 5th level attacks. Hearing this, Wang Yi's eyes lit up. Heartwarming little seller. How much does it cost? Customer service Coco. The price is a bit expensive, 1 gold per ton. Of course, this is definitely the lowest price on the entire internet. Special steel. Withstand level 5 damage. Wang Yi is excited. 1 gold per ton. Look at your wallet again. There are also 800 gold coins. Bought. Heartwarming little seller. The lowest price on the entire internet, really? Customer service Coco. How could I lie to you? Small sellers, look at Terra Group, their special steel costs 1.5 gold per ton. And I have the same quality and the same production scale. Heartwarming little seller. I don't know a saying, should I ask? Customer service Coco. Heartwarming little seller. Why is the same quality from Terra Group more expensive than yours? How did you come up with this production process? Wang Yi is not a fool either. When it comes to special steel, can small companies compete with large companies? Large companies have money to research new technologies, but the technical quality of this small company. Wang Yi's worry could be seen, and Kiki thought for a moment. Customer service Coco. Let me tell you the truth. When my father was here, our company was as powerful as the Terra Group, and the quality of our production technology was even higher than that of the Terra Group. Customer service Coco. But later my father encountered interstellar pirates and was unfortunately killed. Why did my brothers fight over the inheritance? They led their respective fleets to snatch hundreds of mine stars. Customer service Coco. My useless brothers borrowed a lot of money because they were fighting for the inheritance. After the inheritance battle was over, they didn't know how to run the company, and they were all acquired by the Terra Group in the end. Seeing this, Wang Yi called him a good guy. Should the battle for the legacy of Interstellar Company be resolved directly with battleships? Heartwarming little seller. Okay, I believe you, the quality of the previous batch of iron is okay. Customer service Coco. Really? Thank you so much. Watching Wang Yi place an order in front of the computer screen. Coco clenched her fists excitedly. With this fund, I can slowly revive my father's company, I will definitely do it. Coco piloted the small spaceship and came to a dusty warehouse. In fact, she can't make special steel now. This batch of special steel was left over from my father's company. As the youngest daughter, she only received 1 mineral star from her father's inheritance. This planet is far away from civilization, and her brothers are not interested in competing with her. My father's company left behind hundreds of planets, and this one is the least valuable one. However, Coco firmly believes that she can slowly start a business. Start the warehouse, there is still a lot of special steel in it. She gently touched the machine and smiled. With this money, I can start the production line. Extracting 185 tons of specialty steel emblazoned with the name of her father's company. Star Steel Group, ship, and on the other side, Wang Yi is ready to receive it. He only needs to open the wooden storage box in that space and place the delivery location on top of the wooden box. The space door opens. All the materials were sucked into the wooden box. You purchased 185 tons of special steel and paid 185 gold coins. Balance: 625 gold and 30 silver. Directly upgrade your ship to the best special steel. It can withstand a 5th level attack. At this stage, there are only level 3 sea monsters, and if they die, a level 4 sea monster will appear. That is to say, your own ship is almost invincible at this stage. Wang Yi's ship is immune to any attack below level 5. This is special steel used to build space battleships, and it is quite capable of withstanding hits. He glanced at the wooden storage box. It lights up a translucent screen. 185 pieces of special steel, 1 ton each. Upgrade iron ship. Turtle ship, special steel. The iron ship turned transparent, and the special steel in the wooden box began to lay the keel. An oval turtle ship 50 meters long and 25 meters wide gradually appeared in front of Wang Yi. 3 floors. The bottom is a cargo compartment that can be used to load things and place some tool tables. The middle floor is the living area, and Wang Yi planned 10 dormitories and a master room. The top deck is left empty and serves as a combat area and planting area. He plans to collect some soil to grow medicinal herbs. With everything done, the entire turtle ship is being quickly assembled. There was no time to decorate the interior of the ship, mainly because he had no wood now, and it would not be too late to decorate it later. That's all. A round and fat turtle boat was assembled. The exterior is wrapped in silver gray special steel. It looks like a steel tortoise, and it looks safe. At this time, Wang Yi accidentally discovered that there were 3 more propellers in the wooden box. Small thruster X3. This is heartwarming little seller. Coco, did you give it to me? Customer service Coco. Yeah, I don't have anything else, so I'll give you 3 second-hand small thrusters that you should use. Tisk tisk tisk. Although it was second-hand, Wang Yi felt really happy. He didn't even have to ask for it, the girl would give it to him for free. 3 thrusters, plus the previous one, there are 4. 4 small propellers drive this nearly 200-ton turtle ship. Also worth mentioning, interstellar special steel has the characteristic of being lightweight. The ship is very large, but it is lighter than a ship of the same size. This is because special steel has high strength and light weight. Heartwarming little seller. Thanks, beauty. Customer service Coco. Ha, you have such a sweet mouth, but you have never seen me, so you are not afraid that I will be fat and ugly. Heartwarming little seller. Harmful. Look what you said, a kind-hearted young lady like you has a beautiful soul. Do you understand? The soul is beautiful. I praise your soul, not your skin. Ha ha ha. The girl in work clothes was so amused by Wang Yi's words that she turned around. But when she looked at herself in the mirror, she was still very confident in her appearance. When she lived on her home planet, suitors could line up from Queen's Square to outside the city. Her suitors could fill several Titan ships. On the other side, Wang Yi also began to contact this elf sister. Heartwarming little seller. You can send people over now. I'm relatively safe here. Now that the boat has been upgraded, as long as the elf girls stay on the boat. Relying on shooting from the window on the ship, it is impossible for the elf girl to get into trouble. And they stay on board to fight anyone with bad intentions. This boat is now a hedgehog. Let's imagine, what kind of terrifying firepower does a turtle ship with 120 level 2 to 3 elf archers have? Leah. Okay, I'll let the girls go and go to your place. Agree to accept elf girls. Wang Yi looked at the elf girl following her. Sophia, let me tell you something. The elf girl was still silly, jumping up and running over. Employer, what's going on? She is still touring the facilities on the ship, and everything is very new. I temporarily took in a group of elves from your hometown. They are here to stay for a few days. The smiling elf girl suddenly froze up. Employer, no, if they come, my mother will know I'm with you and she will kill me. The elf girl shook her head like a rattle. If mother knew that she had become a human mercenary, she would lose her skin when she got back. There's nothing we can do, they're already here. Wang Yi pointed to the space door behind him. A space door opened, and 120 elf girls carrying bows and luggage entered the turtle ship. The elf girl's whole soul was frightened away. This is terrible. Her mother will definitely find out that she is working as a mercenary outside. But she didn't wait for the elf girl to speak. A voice came from the sky. Global notice. Jack from North America landed on Skull Island and discovered a new boss. Gerda, the Golden Pirate Captain. Start global live broadcast. People from the Star-Spangled Banner Alliance have landed on the island. It's time for Wang Yi to appear. All of a sudden, a single image was visible on the mobile phones of all the castaways around the world. In the island city, a pirate captain holds a scimitar and a musket. That is Gerda on the Golden Island. As the leader of the alliance, Jack stood back very comfortably and let the people from Juhua flag and Bagua flag go up and fight. Those in front wearing warrior armor and swordsman armor suffered heavy casualties. And what about Jack and the others? His men were well armed and full of spirit. Jack brought a group of knights and mages. It is extremely insulting to step over the corpses of Japanese warriors and cold warriors. The samurai and warriors were all seriously injured, their hair was messy and in a miserable state. And these knights, all dressed up in bright clothes, formed a sharp contrast on both sides. Knight mages come from different regions and are divided into two factions. One group has the stars and stripes, and the other group has the stars and circles flag. Jack grinned. He was so happy that he saw the global live broadcast prompt. This is his chance to become famous. Thinking of this, Jack pulled the embarrassed Hinakawa Okasaka behind him. You all go down and leave the rest to me. Hikawa Okasaka and the others, who had fought tooth and nail to blast open the gate of the city, now had badly damaged armor and looked like beggars on the battlefield. And Jack and the others, wearing knight armor, looked like the last heroes in the movie. They had complaints in their hearts, but Jack was too powerful, so these people could only endure it. Jack raised his hand. Appraisal. Golden Pirate Captain Gerda. Level 4. Combat Strength. 120,000. Seeing this, cold sweat broke out on Jack's forehead. Level 4 Boss. A bit hard to beat. The Japanese and Han people in hand have been almost exhausted. It seems that other followers must be consumed. Jack looked at Matilda in the Eurozone of the Star Ring flag. Matilda, as my loyal ally, under the witness of drifters around the world, you will face the Golden Pirate Gerda. Matilda felt 10,000 thanks floating in her heart. Having exhausted the Japanese and Han people, what about their turn now? This Jack is really good at calling people. Jack winked at Matilda. Don't worry, after killing the boss, I will distribute the soul power, and I will give you an extra share. This is the Star-Spangled Banner Man. Let the dog under your hand go up and consume it first. When there were no more dogs, I started to pull the little brother up and deliver him. Wait for the younger brother to finish delivering the food before serving it yourself. As for the difference between a dog and a little brother, to Jack, the Japanese warriors were just dogs, not humans. These European drifters from the same species and different countries can be regarded as human beings. This is the difference between a dog and a little brother. Matilda from Europe sighed and gritted her teeth. Knights raise their shields to attract, mages release their magic with all their strength. Although it was a wedding dress for Jack. But they signed an alliance agreement, which is guaranteed by the system. Afterwards, they could also receive soul power and equipment, and they were willing to help Jack. Global Live Room. Each castaway is limited to one comment. Zhao Dezu of Yangguo District. These foreigners have already opened the boss. Lu Sang, Yangguo District. What? How quickly did they find Skull Island? Leal, North America. We are God's chosen people. Even in this doomsday, it is worthy of us. Many survivors around the world pick up their mobile phones when they have nothing to do. Because most of the time I spent drifting aimlessly on the sea. Watching top drifters fight boss is all that's left for entertainment. While everyone was besieging the Golden Pirate Gerda, a figure suddenly appeared in the live broadcast. A mysterious man wearing magic knight armor and a helmet. That mysterious person is naturally Wang Yi. He rode a makeshift wooden boat and landed on Skull Island. Jack frowned. Which country are you from? We discovered the Golden Pirate Gerda, you. Before Jack could finish speaking. So, Wang Yi used phantom steps to pass through dozens of them and came behind them. So fast. What happened to this person? Jack turned around and glared. What do you want to do? Seeing Wang Yi running towards Gerda, Jack did not chase him. Next to him, Hikawa Okasaka quickly shouted, Leader, won't you stop that person? Jack looked at Wang Yi's back with a sneer. Let him go. If he wants to fight the boss, let him go. Anyway, he will only serve as our wedding dress. Really, a golden pirate captain with a combat power of 120,000. 4th level combat power. Everyone on the scene had to slowly consume him. Let Wang Yi fight for them. There were hundreds of people at the scene, but they couldn't beat Wang Yi alone. But soon, Jack stopped laughing. Just watch Wang Yi rush towards the Golden Pirate Gerda in full view of everyone. The Pirate Gerda's face was full of rotten flesh. He opened his bloody mouth and roared at Wang Yi. A knife slashed at Wang Yi. He muttered silently, phantom footwork. So, Wang Yi's figure passed through the scimitar and came behind the pirate captain. But his goal is not to defeat the boss. His goal is treasure house. Bypassing the pirate Gerda, he pushed open the door guarded by the golden pirate. Boom! The iron door was pushed open, revealing countless treasures inside. The ground is full of gold, and the ground is full of gold coins. Boxes of treasure boxes filled with gold coins blinded everyone's eyes. This is exactly what Wang Yi is aiming for. This Wang Yi. Instead of fighting the boss for the first time, I chose to open the treasure house. In front of everyone around the world, he stormed into the treasure house using phantom footwork. Jack glared angrily. That boy. Next to him, Park Zaishi quickly grabbed Jack. Leader. So what if this kid enters the treasure house? He can't take away so many things. Hearing this, Jack calmed down. Really, even if you Wang Yi rush into the treasure house, you can't escape. The treasure house is in the mountains, and their people are everywhere here. Wang Yi can't empty out the treasure trove under their noses, right? Thinking of this, Jack began to sneer. Boy, are you an idiot? Can you move these things by yourself? Next to him, Hikawa Okasaka was also laughing. That's right, gold is useless. What's the use of so much gold? Who knew that Jack had slapped him? Idiot. Since gold appears, it means it is useful. There may be new merchants on the sea in the future. I have to say that Jack looks big and rough, but he is not reckless in his actions. In the first wave, he asked Japanese and Han people to serve as vanguards and pirates. The second wave allows other white allies to weaken the boss. After all the others are consumed, he will be allowed to come on his own. As for why others didn't resist, obviously Jack knows how to use dogs to lead dogs, plus he is the strongest. Force plus strategy are his methods to play with his allies. Wang Yi could tell that this blonde strong man was thoughtful. He also deduced that there might be merchants on the sea behind. This blonde burly man is very smart, but it's a pity that he missed a step. Wang Yi can empty the entire vault. Under the global live broadcast, there is the golden pirate Gerda outside. Surrounded by many foreign drifters, Wang Yi showed what it means to be evacuated in person. Sorry everyone. He raised his hand and muttered silently, Taobao from all realms, absorb gold coins. He saw the treasure chests around him opening, and gold coins pouring into Wang Yi's side. Plus 5332. Plus 22352. Plus 35000. Wang Ji Taobao. Settlement completed. There are a total of 35,000 gold coins here. Other jewelry, famous paintings, pearl necklaces and other items are still in place. A total of 35,000 pieces. Get rich. Wang Yi only wants gold coins. It's enough for him to remove the gold coins, and he can't take anything else. Seeing Wang Yi absorb the gold inside all at once, Jack was stunned. This kid, does he have a space ring? Just then, after the gold was drained by Wang Yi, the treasure chest buried under the gold was also exposed. Congratulations on discovering the golden legendary treasure chest X2. Inside, there are 2 golden treasure chests. Make money with blood. Even if he doesn't fight the boss this time, Wang Yi will still make a lot of money. The golden treasure chest can be sucked directly into the mobile phone without moving it. But Wang Yi opened the treasure chest in full view of everyone. You opened the golden treasure chest, get a storage ring, legendary level. You opened the golden treasure chest, get the battleship accessories, magic core, legendary level. Open the treasure chest in person. Everyone in Jack was so angry that he had a cerebral hemorrhage on the spot. Shame. Hundreds of people were fooled by Wang Yi. Shame. Wang Yi in the treasure house didn't know whether he was alive or dead, and was still showing off his new toy. Space ring. I've always wanted to buy it, but I didn't expect it to come out of the treasure chest. Space rings are sold on Wang Ji Taobao. But they are all green, blue, and purple. He couldn't afford a legendary space ring at all. Space rings were very expensive. Like the legendary space ring, it costs 100,000 gold on the 10,000 realms Taobao. It is said that a master of space magic can create a legendary space ring. Not only did he earn 35,000 gold coins this time, he also made a space ring worth 100,000 gold coins. Cool. Playing with the space ring, Wang Yi grinned and put everything in the treasure house into the ring. The legendary space ring was so big that he didn't have time to look at its capacity. But what kind of sea corals, antique clocks, vases, etc. can be stored in this treasure house? More than enough. Money, it's all money. You can also sell it on Wanji Taobao in the future. And his move also stimulated other drifters. Quick, go all out to defeat the pirate Gerda, and then don't let this kid get away. Look outside again. Under the siege of more than 100 knights and mages, the pirate Gerda began to show fatigue. The strength of these people is all at the 3rd level. Many of them have killed many skeletons, and their combat power has been upgraded along the way. They cooperated with each other and more than 100 people besieged the pirate Gerda. If Gerda the Golden Pirate had been a drifter, he would have managed to escape. But as an undead, his brain is not working well. While fighting, he roared, "The gold is mine, the treasure is mine. If you want to take it away, just step over my body." His resentment towards gold made him cling to the treasure house. He was just an undead being bound here. As long as the Golden Gerda is eliminated, it will be Wang Yi's turn soon. Just when they were going all out, they were about to defeat the boss. While playing Golden Gerda, guard against Wang Yi at the same time. So, a giant arrow made of magic flew over. Along with the Golden Gerda, he looked up to the sky and roared, and turned into flying ashes. Everyone was confused. Global news. Wang Yi's followers killed the Golden Pirate Captain Gerda, and he gained 1/3 of his soul power and 40,000 combat power. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.